2-3 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So dear students, our first esteemed speaker, Mr. B.K. Chaurasia, have joined us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and good
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah, good
Wherever
evening,
you
sir.
are.
You are in California, so good evening to you. So dear students, before sir takes this session, let me give a brief introduction about sir. Dear sir, it's my honor to introduce you as one of the esteemed speaker for today's orientation program. Mr. B.K. Chaurasia will be sharing his expertise on a very exciting and impactful topic, that is how AWS and emerging technologies power the world's biggest companies. He is currently serving as a senior manager, solution architecture for strategic accounts at Amazon Web Services, where he leads diverse teams of technologists and is actively building generative AI solutions for global customers. With more than 2 decades of experience in cloud architecture and enterprise transformation, he has helped some of the world's largest organizations design and implement technology solutions that drive innovation and growth. Prior to his current role, he has worked in various leadership and architecture positions at TCS, Cognizant, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, etc., managing large scale transformation programs, designing system architectures, and guiding global teams. His career journey reflects a deep passion for using technology to solve complex business problems and inspire professionals to build future ready skills. Throughout his professional path, he has combined strategic vision with hands on expertise, making him a trusted advisor to enterprises on how to leverage cloud computing and emerging technologies. We are truly honored, sir, to have you with us today, and I'm confident that your insights will open the minds of our students on how cloud and emerging technologies are shaping the world around us. On behalf of the entire WCTM family, I welcome you to this orientation program. Welcome.
Thank you, Shataji. Glad to be here.
Yeah, my pleasure, sir.
Okay, so can I get started then
Yeah.
with the talk that I want to? Okay, very good. So I see there are about 140 plus students on the call. Really good to see so many people joining the call.
And there are a
I would,
lot of students that are sitting in the auditorium as well, like more than 100 plus students are there.
yeah, awesome. Very good. And I see at least one hand raised before I even started talking. So I'm glad to see that. But I want to keep this interactive. I know you mentioned you actually introduced me about my career journey and the things that I've done in the past. So thanks for doing that. Um, I just want to make sure that since it's a technology talk, there's a couple of technology jargons that I'm going to be using, like cloud technologies, artificial intelligence, large language model, foundation models. Now, I'm assuming these are the students who are beginning their college journey. So if somebody is not familiar with some of these technology terms, feel free to either raise the hand, ask me to clarify, and you can also put it in the chat window. And Shraddhaji, I don't know if there's somebody who can monitor the chat. So if somebody wants to interrupt me, that's totally okay too.
Yeah. I'll let you know if the student asks you questions.
Okay. So let me share my. Oh, by the way, I also want to find out. I am from India, so even though I've been in America for 20 years, I understand Hindi very well. काफी अच्छे से हिंदी बोल भी लेता हूँ. हम लोग घर पे हिंदी बोलते हैं. So if somebody wants me to present this topic in English or Hindi mix, I'm going to continue in English unless you ask me to do a little bit more in Hindi. But if somebody is not more comfortable in the student community, just let me know. Type it in the chat, or just unmute yourself and ask for it. And I'll okay. So I see some of the messages in the chat
So you can
to do it in
prepare your
Hindi.
You can share your expertise in the mixed language, both Hindi and English. Mixed you can share.
Okay, ठीक है. This is very good. Okay, so first of all, I want to make sure that my screen is visible. And do you see the presentation part of it or the PowerPoint slides?
Your screen is visible and we are able to see the your presentation,
Okay.
but it is slideshow. I think you have done.
Okay. Now, since I'm sharing my screen, I won't be able to look in the chat and audience if there is any hand raised, right? So just interrupt me if somebody wants to ask question. I will encourage all the students to unmute themselves and interrupt if there is any questions. So the topic for this talk is how cloud and emerging technologies. When I talk about emerging technologies, it's mostly the cloud technologies and also the artificial intelligence technologies. How these technologies power world's biggest companies, right? So I work for Amazon Web Services. I'm not going to talk about anything which is sales related. I'm not pushing for any of our services here. That's not the agenda for the talk today. I will be talking cloud in general. The same thing is applicable to Amazon Web Services, or if you have heard about Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud, or if for that matter, any other cloud companies. There's so many of those. AWS is, of course, the biggest cloud company. We have Microsoft Azure, Google, Oracle. There's so many other players in this one. But we are going to see in general how these technologies help all the big businesses, all the big to small, even startup businesses in the world, right? So there's a couple of things that we'll go through real quick. It's a very short talk, but first I want to introduce you with the cloud technologies. There's a lot of hype about it. Like I don't know how many of you understand what do you mean when somebody says cloud technology? Like what exactly is cloud? And then we'll see why this is such an important technology, why this is a game changer for businesses all around the world. We'll talk a little bit about emerging technologies. I already mentioned about artificial intelligence. Now, there is a lot of buzz about generative AI these days. So if you students are following this in the social media or on the internet, I can talk a little bit about what is generative AI, what is generative about the artificial intelligence, how is it different from traditional artificial intelligence, and what is difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. So AI, ML, what is Internet of Things, and some of these emerging technologies. We'll see some example use cases from the big companies like Amazon itself. I don't know how many of you heard about Alexa or the just walk out technologies, or companies like Salesforce, Netflix, Intuit, Autodesk. There's so many of those which actually runs on the cloud. And then the most important question specifically for you, like why it really matters to you, like why you should consider learning these technologies, why should we you spend time on these technologies. And I'll try to leave about 5 to 10 minutes in the end for your questions. Sounds like a good agenda? Give me some hands up. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, very good. So the first question is, what exactly is cloud technologies? Like, of course, we call it cloud everywhere. Hey, there's so many companies are operating in the cloud. The new companies are coming in the cloud. But what exactly is cloud? So cloud is nothing but, in the traditional way, if you want to start a business, if you want to operate, um, if you want to sell some products, build some products, manufacture something, or if you want to sell some services, it involves a lot of data related to the products, data related to your customers. If you are doing the business, the data related to your orders, data related to your support, servicing, sales, anything, right? In the traditional way, you will host computers, a big servers in your data center, somewhere sitting in your office, where all this data will be put together. All the computing, all the hard disk images, everything will be there in your data centers. But what cloud does is it enables the delivery of all of these IT resources. So these IT resources including compute, including networking, including storage, including your pipelines for data, including the delivery of data, including the edge services. So all of these are available through the internet. And the best part of it is you pay for these services only when you use it. You don't need to pay for it when you are not using it. So if you are running it in your own office, in your own data centers, you have to buy that equipment, provision that equipment, make sure it's ready to serve your workload, and then operate it. Whether you use it or not, you are still paying for it because you bought it and you're maintaining it. You need to make sure that the lights are on, it's powered on, it's cooled down, because usually these machines get hot when they are running at the maximum capacity, or for that matter, even the average capacity. The benefit of um, using it on the cloud is you use it only, you pay for it only when you use it. So you don't need to buy for it. So this is in our business world, it's called capital expenditure versus operating expenditure. So you only do the operating expenditure, not the capital expenditure. So that's the biggest benefit of the cloud. There are so many other benefits too, right? So that's exactly the cloud. So cloud is nothing but these really, really big data centers that's operating somewhere, that is providing you that IT capacity, including compute, networking, storage, blah, 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 everything. And then you're just accessing that through internet. And when I say through internet, most likely our gateway to internet is a browser. So you would have all used something like Microsoft Internet Explorer or Chrome, Google Chrome, or Firefox. So you just access those resources in the browser, you utilize it, and you just let it go when you don't use it. So if you want to just take a look at it, like how exactly the data center looks like, how this cloud looks like, this is like a picture that I put together for you. This is like a sample of how the cloud looks like, how the digital world looks like in the cloud. So these are humongous data centers. Some of those are like as big as, you can go 1 kilometer on this side, 1 kilometer on the other side. It's like humongous sized building where you have these servers racked up. So what you are seeing on the screen is just racks and racks of these machines, which are connected by so many wires. It's make sure that the power is always on. It's cooled down every single time, and then it runs all sort of businesses and services. So if you are using, you might have like 100 different applications on your phone. Chances are, majority of those applications are running on the cloud. In fact, almost all of those applications are running on the cloud. Those applications, those data are residing somewhere on a server like this in the world somewhere. So that's your cloud technologies in general. Now let's double click on it. Like, why would you like to do this? Like, if you are doing it on premise, if you have to start a business, how would you do it? You will buy this machine, a huge number of machines, depending upon how many products you want to run, how many services, who do you want to sell it, how many customers. So first you buy these servers, then you buy a physical infrastructure, a building where you would put these servers, you rack them up, and then you start putting softwares on it. If you understand the typical software stack, it's the hardware, which is your physical server, then your operating system sitting on top of it. Then you have something like databases or application servers sitting on top of it, and then you have applications, the products, your service that you want to sell, which sits on top of it. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. You have to physically cable this up, make sure the power is up. Power needs to be redundant. When I say redundant, means at least 2 or 3 different supplies for power. So if one goes down, your services still keeps running. You're still operating. Same thing for your databases. Same thing for your all the data pipelines, right? And then you finally have it running. So that's when you do it on the in the on-premise environment, we call it, like in your own data center. But the benefit of doing it in cloud is you just flip on a button, go on a browser, spin up whatever you want. You want to spin up a compute server, go do it. There's like 200 plus varieties available. You want to spin up a database, there you go, and just put your data in. Define the schemas, put your data in. You want to spin up an application, you define the application, it's your code, and you just go do it in the cloud. So it makes it really, really easy for you to operate it, right? So essentially what cloud is doing is providing access to the either the same or similar resources through the internet, as it is hosted by the cloud service provider. Either like I named some of those, like AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, right? And the term itself comes from a time when internet resources connectivity was represented by a cloud, right? So that's why it's called the cloud. I hope this is clear so far. It's like in the very basic term, like what cloud is. Now, how does it work? Let's go to the next slide. So I was saying, if you want to access these resources, you will do it in the browser. So how does it look like in the browser? If you ever opened up an AWS console, this is how it looks like. You go open up. So just like you log into any other website, you go to aws.amazon.com or azure.microsoft or something, or google.com. And then you see something like EC2, you see something like S3, you see so many other services. There are like hundreds of those. So EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud. It's basically a virtual machine into the cloud. And then S3 is nothing but the storage service. It's called S3 because it's called Simple Storage Services, SSS. S3 is so big. If you consider all of the internet as a computer, S3 would be the storage, like the hard disk of that computer. It's like that big. It's like a humongous size data sits on S3 right now. So this is how you access the things into the cloud. And then you can click on it, EC2, you will get a virtual machine, you provision it, you define like what size, how many, and there you go. And then you can deploy your applications and stuff, and you start sending those services, serving it to your business customers. So that's in a very high level, how does it typical works. It's a very, very simple way to access the servers, the storage, the databases, like broad set of application technologies onto the internet. Any questions so far? I'm just trying to simplify the cloud for you as much as possible so that you all understand it. Okay, so with this thing clear, how does a typical organization uses the cloud? So typically either they migrate it from their, if they are not cloud native. When I say cloud native means if they have not started on the cloud itself. So most of these businesses these days, they always start from the cloud. They don't buy the hardware. They don't create racks or servers at all. They start directly into the cloud. So you can just simply start your business onto the cloud, log into AWS, start spinning services, start serving your customers. But if you are a already established business, for example, like ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank, or some stock broker platform, you might have your own setup. So in that case, you start migrating server by server or VM by VM or application by applications into the cloud. For some time, you actually operate in a hybrid mode. When I say hybrid, means part of your application is running on-prem and the part of your application starts to run into the cloud. Now, I want to share a little bit about the scale of the cloud. You can imagine like all of these different applications that you use on your computer or in your phone. For example, if you ever booked a taxi on Uber, or I think Ola is more popular in India. So if you ever book a taxi on Ola or Uber, so how do you know when you book it, how does the data goes to a taxi driver that, hey, somebody is asking for a taxi from this point A to point B? It all happens through a service somewhere running in the cloud, which gives this information onto someone else's phone कि यहाँ पे किसी ने एक taxi order की है, and then this person is close to you, so you can go and take that business. So if you look at the scale of the cloud, And I'm talking about the AWS only. There is similar scale for Microsoft Azure. There is a similar scale for Google. AWS is of course the biggest. So we operate in at least 34 plus regions across the world. So you will see some regions in America, in the West here, in the East. I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer, right? In the West, in the East, there is like multiple regions in Europe. There is one or two regions in India also, and there's a couple in Japan and China and Australia and South Africa and so on. Each of these region has something called multiple availability zones. Don't worry about the technical term right now. Basically, it's a combination of different data centers within the same region. So when I say region, think of it as like a state. It's like Rajasthan or Maharashtra or Karnataka in India, and वहाँ पे there could be multiple different availability zones, multiple different buildings where all these servers are sitting, taking the services. And then there's something called point of presence. This is uh, in the world of internet, we call it the caching technologies. So if you are ever here in America, Netflix is popular, but back in India, I think you guys watch G and Hotstar and some of those other streaming services. So especially for media content, it's better to uh, serve the data from from where people are actually accessing it. तो अगर कोई मुंबई में देख रहा है तो it's better to keep this data somewhere in Maharashtra so that it does not take a lot of time to fetch this data because the video content is really high in size, right? So it takes a while to stream these kind of content. It's easy to send text data because text utna space nahi leta. But if you are talking about images and videos, especially the high definition videos, the 4K and 8K videos, it takes a lot of space and bandwidth, network bandwidth. So it's better to store it close to where user is trying to access. तो जहां से देख रहे हो वहीं पे उसको store करो, like as close as possible. So this is we call it POP, points of presence. There are like about 100 of those, and that's why this really big number because it has to be really close to the users. I'm going to skip the next slide, which actually tells you about the design within a region, like how those availability zone looks like and how do you network these things together. But just to at a high level for you guys, जस्ट इमेजिन कि काफी सारे डेटा सेंटर्स हैं एक सिंपल रीजन में लाइक इमेजिन महाराष्ट्र में देर आर 3 or 4 buildings which is spread across 40-50 kilometers connected with different power lines connected with different internet lines and then still operating it all together, right? And the reason why it's connected through different power lines and internet lines and everything because आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी यू नोटिस कि ऐसा कभी नहीं होता कि तुमने अपने बैंक की वेबसाइट में लॉगिन किया एंड देन सडनली जस्ट पावर्स आउट कि ठीक है वेबसाइट नहीं चल रही है. That will be the bad customer experience if that happens. So these these availability zones and regions are designed in such a way that it can sustain any kind of power outage or any kind of internet outage because there is immediately a fallback option available to them. So that's an important part of the networking. This one is another network design for these availability zones. So the point is it's connected through various cables, including the fiber optic cables with each other. And then they talk to each other on a very high throughput lines. Throughput is like this term is basically how fast you can transmit the data from one place to another place. Right. So this is the global network of these cloud providers. यहाँ पे there's some lines that I could not show you, but basically I don't know if you have heard about a term called undersea cables. So for most of these regions, they are connected through really big undersea cables, which can transmit huge amount of data. So all the way from America to Europe, this west coast, all the way from Japan to Hawaii to American west coast, all the way from Africa to India. बहुत सारी cables ऐसे बिछी हुई हैं under the seabed. It's a little deep down under the ocean. which actually transmits all this data which you are using when you are using your phone either on Android or iOS system. Now, let's talk about the use cases. Anything and everything that you are using on the internet, chances are that you are using cloud technologies. Like if you look at Amazon.com, I don't know how many of you have bought from Amazon. If you have not, since you are just going into the college, but eventually when you go into the market in the field, you will buy online uh, products. So there's like millions of products being sold on Amazon. You can see some data here on the slide. 4,000 products every single minute is sold on Amazon.com. That's a lots and lots of data in a minute. 4,000 products. So you definitely need a lot of computing power to sustain that kind of business, right? Similarly, I don't know if you are familiar with something called Alexa. कुछ आप लोगों में से कुछ के घर पे होंगी Alexa devices. It just talks to you like a human, right? You can ask Alexa, hey, आज weather कैसा है इस city में, and Alexa will respond to it. So of course it is connected to some kind of cloud technologies and it responds to you. So these are only the Amazon use cases, but there are other use cases like banking, like media and entertainment, healthcare, life science, gaming, if you ever play a video game online. So all of these are powered by cloud technologies. Pretty much every business that you can think of in the world right now is powered by uh, cloud technologies. Now I'm a little bit short on the time, so I'll just go through really, really quick. These are some of the benefits for cloud. Actually, it's not a question of whether to use it or not. It's the question is like how fast you want to use it. So of course, cost is the biggest saving. I already told you that you don't need to buy the physical infrastructure or hardware. It you just use it when you need it, and then you just let it go, and you just pay for the time until which you use the technology or the cloud. The other is, of course, the timing. If you are a small startup, if you are starting अभी अपना business just start ही कर रहे हो, so you don't have this kind of money to to have spend on this infrastructure. So you just rent it out, experiment it, देखो कि अगर काम करता है कि नहीं करता, then try something else, और अगर करता है तो then you can continue. So that's it. Actually helps uh, kind of seeding your business in the technology. Of course, I talked about resiliency. It protects you from because it has a redundant infrastructure. It protects you from power outages, internet outages. You don't need to worry about all of this because the cloud provider will take care of this. Of course, you have to pay for it when you design your application, but it is taken care of it. It helps with your business agility, right? Think about a business like if you are running an e-commerce business, तो दिवाली के टाइम में ज्यादा सेल होगी, अदर मंथ्स में उतनी नहीं होगी, तो यू डोंट वांट टू बाय सो मच हार्डवेयर जस्ट फॉर दिवाली, बिकॉज उसके बाद क्या करोगे उस सारे सिस्टम का. सो इनफैक्ट द रीजन वाई क्लाउड वाज बोर्न इज व्हेन दे वर रनिंग द Amazon.com बिजनेस 20 years ago. कुछ कुछ दिन होंगे जहाँ पे बहुत सारे ऑर्डर्स आएंगे, कुछ दिन होंगे जहाँ ऑर्डर कम आएंगे. सो दे वर थिंकिंग अबाउट कि जब इतना सारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हमने बनाया है, जब ये यूज नहीं हो रहा तो इसका क्या कर सकते हैं. सो देन इट्स लाइक हाउ अबाउट वी रेंट इट आउट. That's how the cloud was born. They started renting out this unused capacity in the data centers. And of course, I wouldn't go into the details of sustainability and all because it's basically what kind of power you use for powering these servers and all. I'll just give you this slide, this like just to show you the scale about. I know you are India. In India, you will see some Indian companies also in here, but the point is, pretty much all of the big businesses in the world operate on the cloud. All the big, all the small, even the startups, pretty much everything. What you see on your computer, what you see on your phones, all the applications are using cloud technologies. It is important for you to learn. I just want to leave you with this slide because, see, for you to grow in your career, there's a couple of things which are really important. I when I started my career, I was a mechanical engineer, but then I changed into programming and databases and eventually into cloud technology. Now artificial intelligence. The point is that you need to be adaptable. You need to be able to change your course according to the needs in the market, right? Adaptability, curiosity, creativity. All of you are creative. Some of you are more creative than others. And then be able to deal with the ambiguity. But the digital literacy is also important. And that's why I think you need to understand the cloud technology. Now, I want to leave some time for the questions. I could not touch on artificial intelligence, but we can talk about those artificial intelligence if anybody has any specific questions on generative AI, on agents, agentic AI, artificial intelligence. We can talk those. But let's see if you have any questions on the cloud technologies based upon what you heard so far.
So, dear students, you can write down your questions in the chat.
I'm going to stop sharing. I'll see the chat window too. How to create an AI agent? Okay, good question. Okay, is it only used for storage? No, cloud is used for everything. Cloud is used for your compute capacity, for storage, for networking, or anything. Anything that you want to run in digital world, cloud is used for that. The other question, um, how to create an agent? You need to first understand about little bit about artificial intelligence, like what exactly is artificial intelligence? Like how do you think machines start to think like human? Machine starts to act like human. So it needs to train with a lots and lots of data before it starts acting like human. When the machine starts acting like human, when it starts reasoning like human, thinking like human, then you can create some agents who can actually become your buddy, a digital buddy who can help you solve some business problems or some technology problems. That's called an agent or a robot or a bot. And but before you define it, you need to understand, what is machine learning and how it starts to solve these problems. Any language required to get the job in cloud computing? It's good if you understand some languages like Python or C or C++, but basically you can use any of the popular languages in the world, and everything operates on the cloud. So language is not a barrier. Python is a really popular language. Java is another very popular language. There's so many different languages. Pick your language that is of your interest, and that will help you getting started on the cloud. Yes, you can start your website. You can start your business. All things are possible. Is there a way we can make our website on the cloud? Absolutely. It takes hardly 10 minutes to start your website on a cloud. Okay. Shraddhaji, any questions that I can answer for you?
So, what advice would you give to our students who want to build their career in technology, emerging technologies?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I wanted to cover on this one. In my last slide, actually, I covered on it. So the most important aspect is the being adaptable. See, the technologies that operated 20 years ago, like when internet was just evolving, is different from the technologies of today. These students are just coming into the college. 4 years later, things will change a lot again, right? So the most important thing is they understand what is required in the business environment at that point of time, and then start learning those things, right? So artificial intelligence is a really big thing right now. The agentic AI is a really big thing right now. So if you start artificial intelligence, and by the way, to understand artificial intelligence, you need to understand the math really, really well, right? So if those students who are really good at differential calculus, integral calculus, matrix multiplication, I don't know, they are still probably going to read this in their curriculum. But once you master those theoretical aspects, you start to learn the machine learning and artificial intelligence. And that becomes really important as you understand it. So basically, the point is be flexible, be able to change the course of your career trajectory, and then see what's prominent in the current times. Right now is artificial intelligence, cloud computing, but whatever you do it really good. Do it with full focus. It makes you successful.
Thank you so much, sir. So I think you have covered all the questions. So, sir, thank you so much for such an enlightening session. And on behalf of the, yes, you want to say something? On behalf
No,
of
I'm glad. Yeah.
On behalf of the entire WCTM family, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for delivering such an insightful and inspiring session on how AWS and emerging technologies power the world's biggest companies. Your talk has given us a clear perspective on how cloud computing and other emerging technologies are not only transforming businesses but also shaping the future of industries across the globe. The real world insights you shared from your vast experience at AWS and other leading organizations have truly inspired us to think bigger, embrace innovation, and prepare ourselves for the opportunities ahead. We sincerely thank you for your valuable time. Your professional journey has been a true example of how passion for technology and continuous learning can lead to impactful careers. Once again, thank you for your valuable words. We look forward for many more sessions with you in future as well.
Sounds good. Happy to help. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Our pleasure to hear
Thank
from you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Bye. Uh, Dear students, now I would like to invite our esteemed HOD admissions and HOD applied science, Dr. Shamta Chok, to address you all.
Good morning, all. It gives me immense pleasure to meet you today as we have done the preparations to welcome a brand new chapter in the life of our institution, our Freshers' Day celebration on the 15th of September. Dear students, it is not just an event, it is a tradition of unity, joy, and growth. It is the bridge that connects those who are just beginning their journey with those who are already walking in it. It is the day where new friendships take root and memories begin to blossom. So I invite you all for the celebration on 15th of September with open hearts and energetic spirits. Such events teach us teamwork, leadership, and celebration of diversity. So bring your energy, your creativity, and your cheer. So mark your calendars, clear your schedules, and be here on Monday. Let's make this Freshers' Day not just an event, but a beautiful beginning. See you all on the 15th of September. Thank you. And we have provided the information regarding transport in charge and uh, hostel in charge in your chat box just a few minutes ago. So please call them before 7 p.m. And one important information is here that I think you are excited to know when the freshers party will be held. So I want to tell you about that. So it will be announced the day within a month, and it will be like a great news for you. So uh, little wait is there. So after that, you will get the information of freshers party. Thank you all, and we are waiting here to welcome you. again, thank you. Yes, Shraddha ma'am, I'm here and I'm giving you the mic.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words. Dear students, our next esteemed speaker, Mr. Lakshya, have joined us. Lakshya, sir, am I audible to you?
Hi, Shraddha.
Yeah,
You
hi.
are audible. Yeah.
Yeah. So, dear students,
It's finally good to meet each other in person on video. Yeah, we have always been talking over
sir, your voice
mobile
is
calls. Yeah.
not clear actually.
Am I audible?
You are audible, but your voice is not clear.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, now it's better. So, dear students,
Okay.
before sir takes this session, let me give a brief introduction about him. Dear students, it's my privilege to welcome back one of our own alumni from World College of Technology and Management program, who has achieved remarkable success in the world of technology and entrepreneurship. Our distinguished speaker today is the CEO of Dynamics Archer Private Limited, a company dedicated to empowering businesses with innovative Microsoft Dynamics 365 products, manage IT services, disaster recovery solutions, cloud desktop, and network consulting. Under his leadership, the organization has been at the forefront of providing tailored cloud and IT solutions that enhance resilience, efficiency, and growth for enterprises. He pursued his BTech in computer science from WCTM and later completed his master's in artificial intelligence and machine learning. His journey reflects the true spirit of combining technical expertise, innovation, and entrepreneurial drive to build impactful solutions for businesses. Today, he'll be sharing his insights on a very timely and relevant topic, that is entrepreneurship in the age of Generation AI, turning ideas into scalable ventures. In the era where artificial intelligence is reshaping industries and redefining possibilities, his guidance will surely inspire us to think beyond conventional boundaries and explore how innovative ideas can be transformed into successful ventures. We are honored, sir, to have you with us today, and I'm certain that your words will ignite entrepreneurial aspiration among our students. Welcome to WCTM. Welcome back to WCTM.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I think you told me that we would be having Dagar sir as well with us, right? Is he there on the call?
Dagar, sir, actually is sitting in the auditorium. He's listening you on YouTube live stream.
Okay, great. So I would first of all like to grant my you can say namaskar to Dagar sir, because we have always looked up to him for any kind of leadership and excelling everywhere. So by the time that we joined college, it was way back in 2007 and 2008. So I think Dagar sir joined in 2009 or 10, if I'm not wrong. Then he joined in as a HOD for the ECE department, and now it is so you can say nice to see him, excelling up to a position of wherein he is currently the principal of World College of Technology and Management. So many congratulations to him. Okay, having said that, thank you, Shraddha, for the amazing introduction that you gave.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I'm most of the parts that you told me, or that you told everyone, right? So I would like to now highlight how my journey has been, how difficult or how challenging my journey has been throughout these years, how I have managed to cope up with them, how am I planning to take things forward in the future, and maybe the students who are there in this meeting, or the people who will be joining college or have already joined college, maybe they'll be able to learn something nice, right, from my experiences, because I you can say I am a unique guy in this meeting, because I think I'm the only alumni on the panel, right, Shraddha? Or were there alumni earlier as well?
No.
Who have
In the entire
spoken to
orientation program, you are the only alumni.
these guys? Okay, so that kind of makes me unique for this. Okay, so I would like to put in a heartfelt congratulations to everyone. If you have joined World College of Technology and Management, and I would strongly recommend that going forward you would like to opt in for this college, who has excelled a lot in the past 18 years that I have seen it excelling. Okay, so yeah, so you have given an introduction about me. Now I would like to tell something about myself. So my name is Lakshya Sharma, and I'm a pass out of the 2008 till 2012 batch. Right, so we sat on the exact desk as we sat in the exact buildings that you guys who have already joined the colleges. Right, so you likewise you all are taking up courses. Back in the day we used to have less courses. We used to have generic courses like ECE, CSE, IT. So my specialization went into the IT domain, right? And since 2012, I have worked in multiple sectors. I have worked in the KPO sectors. I have worked in the hardcore IT development sectors. I have worked with brands like WC, Deloitte, DXC, Fujitsu, etc. And now, from the past 4 years, I've been into the entrepreneurship domain. So since the advent of COVID, I have tried to, understand the entrepreneurship domain and how I can actually make us very, small yet very significant change in the world. How I can be from a guy who was doing job earlier to be a guy who can actually provide jobs in the market, right? Okay, I'll try to take up this meeting in both, mediums, combining Hindi plus English, right? Because since we all are Indians here, so we all completely understand Hindi. Okay, wherever there would be some fillers that would be required for me to speak in English, I would, go in for that. Okay, so I'll start. So मुझे इस स्ट्रीम में, so मुझे IT इंडस्ट्री में around 12 to 13 years हो चुका है. उससे पहले, when I was in college, I was still an entrepreneur. I was still very much an entrepreneur because I was, giving home tuitions. I was, doing, business for second-hand cars, and I was, doing multiple businesses. So you can call me a kind of a hustler, kind of a guy who was, always planning on, taking up the entrepreneurship domain. So each to his own. Some people like to do jobs. Some people like to run businesses. So I'm the second category. I'm the guy who actually likes to run businesses. But that does not mean that I have not been successful in my job domain. I've been quite successful and worked with brands like Fujitsu, DXC, Deloitte, which I think all of you, might know in the current context. So yeah. Now, I'll just give a brief about the entrepreneurship domain and what exactly it is, right? And how I actually plan to take on with it, right? So starting from 2012 till 2020, I was actually doing, a job with the, brands which I just mentioned. So जैसे ही COVID आया, right, the entire world economy, the entire world actually changed. I should not say overnight, but just in a couple of months, the entire world changed and the entire economics of the world changed. Many of us actually got job cuts, right? Some of my, colleagues were actually given the pink slips. उनको hardly 1 या 2 महीनों का, notice देके, so they were just, asked to leave. I was, fortunate enough, or you can call that I was always looking out for newer opportunities or newer technologies to learn. So that is why मैंने जॉब टाइम पे भी अपने आप को इतना सोशली एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकली रेलेवेंट रखा कि मेरी जॉब पे कभी भी कोई इश्यू नहीं आया. बट when we got the chance of having work from home, when we started getting that kind of a time for us, when we actually started understanding कि actually में companies चलती कैसे, so by reaching at that particular seniority level, so in 2020 I was the senior technical architect in Fujitsu for Microsoft business apps, right? तब मुझे ये समझ में आया कि एक्चुअली में सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनीज काम कैसे करती हैं, एक्चुअली में हाउ दे फंक्शन, राइट? किस टाइप के प्रॉफिट मार्जिन होते हैं, किस टाइप से रिसोर्सिंग को हैंडल किया जाता है, किस टाइप से आपके मार्केट की चीजों को समझा जाता है और किस टाइप से अपने आप को सोशली एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकली रेलेवेंट रखा जाता है, राइट? धीरे धीरे आई लर्न फॉर अबाउट 1 year, और मैं कोई MBA बैकग्राउंड या उससे नहीं, आई हैव लर्न बिजनेस ऑन द गो, right? So for 1 year, I waited and watched many of the things. I got in touch with some of my, peers or some of my colleagues who have actually started. एक और हमारे एलुमिनाई हैं, उनका नाम सक्षम है, सक्षम अग्रवाल, जो खुद भी एक बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर है. वो भी पिछले 4-5 सालों से he has been doing the IT and software business and everything. तो मेरी उनसे बात हुई, उन्होंने मुझे समझाया कि ये बिजनेस उतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं है जितना बाहर से आपको दिखता है. सो वंस यू गेट ऑन टू इट और वंस यू गेट इनसाइड इट, तभी आपको इस चीज के बारे में पता लगेगा कि आप कैसे एक सॉफ्टवेयर बिजनेस को सक्सेसफुली एंड प्रॉफिटेबली रन कर सकते हैं. दैट्स व्हेन आई गॉट सम इनसाइट्स. I asked him about several stuff that how do certain things work. So यहाँ से धीरे धीरे फिर entrepreneurship domain शुरू हुआ. So since 2021 I've been running my firm. I'm actually the founder and CEO of two firms. So the first one is Programmatic Solutions Private Limited, that we have kind of segregated into some other domains, and my second venture is Dynamics Archer Private Limited. So we are currently I'm currently heading that in the capacity of a CEO, right? So okay, now Dynamics Archer Private Limited किस domain में काम करती है? We are actually working into Microsoft technologies. Now that includes Azure, that includes cloud computing, that includes your ERP technologies as well. And now very very soon, okay, हमारी company will be launching the AI domain, right? और उसी टॉपिक पे आज मैं आप सब लोगों से बात करने के लिए यहाँ आया हूँ, और मुझे श्वेता ने ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी या अपॉर्चुनिटी दी है. थैंक्स अ लॉट Shraddha again for that. Okay, so let's start with the exact topic. हम पिछले I think 2023 से, so since 2023 we have been listening to the word AI, Gen AI, chatbots, chat GPT, right? उससे ऐसा नहीं है कि उससे पहले आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस नहीं थी, बट उससे पहले जिन चीजों पे काम होता था वो आपकी कोर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की चीजें थी. देखें, कोर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस और जेन एआई में थोड़ा अंतर है, राइट? कोर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को हम कह सकते हैं इट इज द मदर ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, और यू कैन से इट इज द बेस दैट एक्चुअली फॉर्म्स एवरीथिंग दैट रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. अब सबसे पहला टॉपिक ये उठता है, जो अभी आप लोग जैसे अगर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस डालेंगे गूगल पे या किसी भी और वहाँ पे ब्राउजर पे या कोई भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे, आपको एक बहुत जेनेरिक सा आंसर मिलेगा, जो कि अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि शायद जो लोग नॉन टेक्निकल इससे बैकग्राउंड से हैं वो लोग शायद उस चीज को ज्यादा अच्छे से कॉम्प्रिहेंड और समझ नहीं पाते, राइट? मैं वही चीज को आपके लिए आज सिंप्लीफाई करूंगा इन आवर लैंग्वेज, राइट? नो हैवी वर्ड्स फॉर इंग्लिश, नो हैवी वर्ड्स फॉर हिंदी, बिल्कुल प्लेन सिंपल लैंग्वेज में आप लोगों को समझ में आना चाहिए कि एआई किस चीज को कहते हैं और जेन एआई कैसे है, और हम जेन एआई में स्केलेबल बिजनेसेस और स्केलेबल वेंचर्स कैसे बना सकते हैं. सो दिस इज द टॉपिक दैट वी वुड लाइक टू टेक अप टुडे. ओके, एआई जैसे जो वर्ड कहता है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, इट मींस दैट वी आर मेकिंग द मशीन स्मार्ट, कि हम लोग मशीन को सिखा रहे हैं ताकि वो सेम रिडंडेंट टास्क माने एक ही टास्क जो हमें ओवर एंड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम करना है, राइट, उसको और ज्यादा स्मार्टली कर पाए, राइट? अब देखें, कोई भी काम किसी भी टाइप की इंटेलिजेंस के लिए यू नीड टू हैव ब्रेन, राइट? ब्रेन के अंदर क्या होते हैं? न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स होते हैं. ऐसे ही मशीन के अंदर भी होते हैं, और ऐसे ही मशीन के लिए भी कोडिंग के थ्रू लिखे गए, ठीक है? तो सीखता हमेशा ब्रेन ही है, कॉम्प्रिहेंड भी हमेशा ब्रेन ही करता है, और रिस्पॉन्स भी हमेशा ब्रेन ही देता है, राइट? अब देखें, जैसे ह्यूमंस के लिए ब्रेन होता है, ऐसे एआई टूल्स या एआई की जो एप्लीकेशंस होती हैं उसके लिए जो ब्रेन होता है दैट इज नोन एज एआई मॉडल. जो मॉडल होता है दैट इज नोन एज द ब्रेन. अब इस ब्रेन के अंदर बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. इस ब्रेन के अंदर आपकी डेटा एनालिसिस की सर्विसेज होती हैं. इस ब्रेन के अंदर आपके न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स होते हैं. इस ब्रेन के अंदर आपकी इनपुट आउटपुट सेंसरी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है. यही ह्यूमंस के लिए भी होता है. ह्यूमंस के लिए अब अगर हम कहें कि इनपुट हो गया आईज, ठीक है, इनपुट हो गया सेंसरी टच, किसी भी टाइप का एक्सटर्नल इनपुट अगर हमारे को मिलता है, ऐसे ही एआई के प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए जो इनपुट्स होते हैं वो होते हैं आपके डेटा फीडिंग पॉइंट्स. डेटा फीडिंग पॉइंट्स वो कुछ भी हो सकता है. डेटा फीडिंग पॉइंट्स जैसे आपका, हम लोग डेटा ऑनलाइन से भी लेते हैं, हम लोग डेटा थर्ड पार्टी टूल से भी लेते हैं, हम लोग डेटा एक्सटर्नली अवेलेबल इंफॉर्मेशन या एक्सटर्नली अवेलेबल डेटा सेट से भी लेते हैं, ठीक है? वो इंफॉर्मेशन को लिया जाता है थ्रू सर्टेन डेटा एनालिसिस टेक्निक्स. उसके बाद उस इंफॉर्मेशन को प्रोसेस किया जाता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ एआई मॉडल्स, ठीक है? एआई मॉडल्स कंटिन्यूअसली सीखते रहते हैं. अब जैसे मानिए कि मैंने अगर एक एआई मॉडल को अराउंड 700 MB ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन से ट्रेन किया. ट्रेनिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? हम एक्चुअली मशीन को सिखा रहे हैं कि भाई आपके पास ये सब चीजें या इस टाइप के आपके पास पैरामीटर्स या चीजें आ सकती हैं या आने वाली हैं इन द फ्यूचर. सो आप पहले से इसको लर्न करके रखें। फिर जब हम एआई मॉडल को ट्रेन कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद हम ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट बनाते हैं एआई की एप्लीकेशंस। ठीक है। अब एप्लीकेशंस का मेन काम क्या होता है? देखें, एआई का काम किसी भी चीज को 100% तरीके से करना या प्रेडिक्ट करना बिल्कुल नहीं। एआई अभी जिस करंट स्टेज में है इंडस्ट्री में, इट इज इन दी को पायलट स्टेज। को पायलट स्टेज का मतलब लिटरली को पायलट ही होता है कि जैसे हम लोग, गाइस काइंडली होल्ड अप योर क्वेश्चंस, जयवर्धन, I'll come back to you, okay, afterwards. We'll give you enough time for around 10 to 15 minutes, so allow me to complete. Okay, so okay, now applications का एक्चुअल काम क्या होता है? एप्लीकेशंस का काम होता है जो आपके लिए इनपुट आउटपुट लेयर्स आपको प्रोवाइड कराती है। इनपुट लेयर्स में जैसे डेटा गैदरिंग लेयर्स होती हैं या डेटा प्रोसेसिंग लेयर्स होती हैं, फिर आपकी एआई मॉडलिंग की आपकी लेयर्स होती हैं, फिर उसके बाद आपकी आउटपुट लेयर्स। अब आउटपुट में आपको एक्चुअली में दिखता क्या है? आउटपुट में आपको ये चीज दिखती है कि जिस या जिन पैरामीटर्स पे आपका एआई मॉडल ट्रेन हो रखा है, उसके हिसाब से आपने जो इनपुट दिया है उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी या उसकी प्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी क्या है। ठीक है। अब जैसे अभी एक हम लोग रिसेंट केस कर रहे थे, इसमें अभी वी आर केटरिंग टू आई हॉस्पिटल इन गुड़गांव। इट हैज अराउंड 26 ब्रांचेस। उन्होंने हमको एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट दिया था कि भाई हमारे यहाँ पे रेटिनल डिजीजेस के लिए बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स आते हैं। अब आई के अंदर एक पीस होता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं रेटिना, उससे रिलेटेड डिजीजेस के लिए बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं। तो लक्ष्य जी, आप मुझे ये तरीका बताइए कि मैं कैसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक्यूरेसी को प्रेडिक्ट कर सकता हूँ। हमने कहा सर ठीक है, मोस्ट वेलकम। व्हाट वी आस्क्ड देम वाज कि हमने उनको ये बोला, सर आप हमारे को 5000 इमेजेस दीजिए, लेबल्ड इमेजेस दीजिए कि आपके रेटिनल डिजीजेस कैसे दिखते हैं, उनकी पिक्चर्स कैसी हैं, वो किस टाइप से फंक्शन करते हैं, या मतलब किस किस टाइप से आप उनको आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं। उन्होंने हमको 5000 इमेजेस दी। हमने वो 5000 इमेजेस से अपने मॉडल को ट्रेन करवाया। अब जब हम फाइनल उनके पास गए तो उन्होंने कहा कि अब वी विल गिव यू एनी एम्बिगुअस इमेज। एम्बिगुअस इमेज माने अब जो नेक्स्ट पेशेंट डोर से आएगा, हम उसकी फोटो आपको देंगे और आपके एआई मॉडल को प्रेडिक्ट करना पड़ेगा। सो वी टोल्ड हिम ओके, सो दिस इज फेयर इनफ, क्योंकि एक्चुअली में हम लोग यही काम करते हैं। देन द नेक्स्ट पेशेंट वॉकड इन, उसकी फोटो ली गई आईज की और इसकी रेटिना की, और वो हमने अपने एआई मॉडल को फीड करा थ्रू द इनपुट लेयर्स ऑफ आवर एप्लीकेशन। सो सिस्टम ने अराउंड 70 से 80% सही एक्यूरेसी से हमें बताया कि इसको किस टाइप का रेटिनल डिजीज है, या इसको डिजीज है भी कि नहीं, राइट। बट अगेन सेइंग, देखें 100% प्रिडिक्शन नहीं था वो। जो चीज 100% हो जाती है वो फिर प्रिडिक्शन नहीं होती। जिस चीज में कुछ लैग रह जाए, जिस चीज में कुछ परसेंटेज रह जाए फॉर ह्यूमंस टू एक्चुअली कॉम्प्रिहेंड एंड को रिलेट, उस चीज को प्रिडिक्शन कहा गया। ठीक है। अब हम धीरे धीरे अपने उस मॉडल को एक्चुअली में फाइन ट्यून करने लगे। फाइन ट्यून करते करते हम उसकी प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी को आगे लेके जाएंगे अराउंड 90 to 95%। अभी मेरे से पहले जो मोजेस स्पीकर थे, मिस्टर BK चौरसिया, उन्होंने भी आपको यही चीज बताई होगी एआई या इन सब चीजों के बारे में कि कैसे प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी को फाइन ट्यून करा जाता है इंडस्ट्री रेडी एप्लीकेशन। ठीक है। ये हो गया आपका जेनेरिक एआई और उसकी एक एप्लीकेशन जिसके ऊपर हम लोग काम कर रहे थे। अभी तक यहाँ पे जनरेटिव एआई नहीं आया। अब ये जो एआई के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया, इसको हम बोलते हैं लेगेसी एआई। लेगेसी एआई माने कोर एआई। अब आते हैं जेन एआई। जेन एआई होता है आपका जेनरेटिव एआई। जेनरेटिव एआई का टोटल मीनिंग यही होता है, जेनरेटिव एआई का मीनिंग आपका ये होता है कि टू जेनरेट समथिंग। अब जेनरेट क्या होता है? जेनरेट आपका टेक्स्ट होता है, जेनरेट आपका इमेजेस होती हैं, जेनरेट आपकी वीडियोस होती हैं, जेनरेट आपके यूआई यूएक्स से रिलेटेड जितनी भी आपकी काफी सारी चीजें होती हैं, या जेनरेट आपकी वॉइस होती है। वॉइस ओवर जैसे सॉन्ग्स हो गए, सॉन्ग्स की मिक्सिंग हो गई। ठीक है। तो ये सब चीजें आपकी जेनरेट होती है, इसको बोला जाता है जेनरेटिव एआई। तो जेनरेटिव एआई और कुछ नहीं है, इट मेक्स यूज ऑफ द कोर एआई मॉडल्स, जिन्हें इतना फाइन ट्यून और इतना ज्यादा लर्न करा के, ठीक है, अब उनको इतना ज्यादा ट्रेन कर दिया गया है कि नाउ दे आर नोन एज ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स। एक्चुअली जो आपका प्रॉम्प्ट होता है, जो आपने टेक्स्ट दिया है, ठीक है, उसको टेक्स्ट को पढ़ के उसे अंडरस्टैंड करके विद द हेल्प ऑफ न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन, जो आपके पास ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है या उस मॉडल को पहले से ट्रेन किया गया, उसके बेस पर आपको इमेज या कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्स या कोई वीडियोस, ऐसी चीजों को बनाकर दिया जाता है। इसे हम बोलते हैं जेनरेटिव एआई। तो एआई और जेनरेटिव एआई बिल्कुल ऐसे सेपरेट कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है। बस जनरेटिव एआई एक चीज है जो आपके कोर एआई के ऊपर बनाया गया है, और उसको इतना ह्यूमन फ्रेंडली कर दिया गया है अब कि अक्सर आजकल मैंने लोगों को देखा है कि जैसे चैट चैट जीपीटी जैसे और भी आपके बहुत सारे बॉट्स हैं, ठीक है, या आपके बहुत सारे जो पीटीज हैं, ठीक है, पीटीज होते हैं प्री ट्रेंड ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स जो आपके ऐसे हैं। तो वो जीपीटीज के साथ लोग अपनी इमोशनल इंफॉर्मेशन भी आजकल शेयर करने लगे। अब वो मॉडल्स धीरे धीरे इतना ट्रेन हो गए हैं कि अब वो आपको इमोशनल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में भी आपकी चीजों का या आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स का जवाब देने लगे। राइट, ओके। सो आजकल सबसे ज्यादा पॉपुलर जो आपका वी कैन से जेन एआई का जो चल रहा है, या जो 2023 में जिसने एक्चुअली में ये बॉम्ब एक्सप्लोड किया था, सो दैट वी नोन एज, और दैट इज नोन एज चैट जीपीटी। राइट, जीपीटी का जो वर्जन लॉन्च हुआ था वो जीपीटी 3 लॉन्च हुआ, फिर 3.5 आया, फिर 4 आया, अब हम लोग 4 से भी आगे निकल गए। अब जो वर्जन आया है वो बहुत ज्यादा यू कैन से ट्रेंड या बहुत ज्यादा लर्नड वेरिएंट आया है, बिल्कुल ह्यूमंस के केस में जैसा होता है। अब यहाँ पे जो भी अभी आप लोग हैं जिन्होंने कॉलेज ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, उनके लिए भी, और जो लोग अभी कॉलेज ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, आज से 4 साल के बाद यू विल नॉट बी द सेम पर्सन जो आप आज हैं। आपके क्वेश्चनेयर्स भी वो चीजें नहीं होंगी जो आप अभी चैट में पुट अप कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज आपको बहुत सारी चीजों के बारे में नॉलेज मिली, आपको बहुत सारी चीजों का समझ में आएगा कि हाँ ये सब चीजें कैसे चलती हैं, अब मेरा आगे फ्यूचर क्या है। यू विल इवेंचुअली स्टार्ट बिकमिंग सीरियस एंड मोर इंटेलिजेंट। राइट, ऐसे ही ये जेन एआई के जो आपके मॉडल्स हैं, ये धीरे धीरे ट्रेन होकर ओवर दी ईयर्स, अब आप सोचें दुनिया में कोई 800 CR लोग हैं, 800 करोड़ कोई लोग हैं तो इसमें दुनिया में, जिसमें से मैं ये बात मानता हूँ कि कम से कम 150 से 200 करोड़ लोग चैट जीपीटी यूज करते ही होंगे ऑन एन एवरीडे बेसिस, जहां तक अगर मैं गलत नहीं जा रहा हूँ। ठीक है, अब वो इतनी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन लगातार जीपीटी के मॉडल्स को फीड करे चले जा रहे हैं। वो लोग सिर्फ सवाल ही नहीं पूछते हैं, वो लोग सवाल पूछने के बाद जीपीटी के साथ इंटरैक्ट करते हैं। ठीक है, इंटरैक्ट करने का मतलब क्या हुआ, आपने, तुषार होल्ड ऑन करें, अभी आपको टाइम टाइम दिया जाएगा आफ्टर दिस सेशन, देन आई विल टेक अप एवरीवन्स क्वेश्चन। सो नो, सो डोंट वरी, ओके। चाहे थोड़ा सा टाइम एक्सटेंड भी करना पड़े, बट आई टेक ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस। अब देखें 2023 के बाद से क्या हुआ, लोगों ने अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन डालना शुरू कर। अब जैसे मुझे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है कि भाई लेट सपोज मैंने जीपीटी से पूछा व्हाट इज द बेस्ट कॉलेज इन गुड़गांव, तो उसने मेरे को लिस्ट दे दी। अब वहां पे नंबर 1, नंबर 2, नंबर 3 पे हमारे कॉलेजेस आने लगे। नंबर 1 पे आया वर्ल्ड कॉलेज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड मैनेजमेंट, नंबर 2 पे आया द्रोणाचार्य, नंबर 3 पे आया ये बीएमआईटी, फिर 4th पे आया सवेरा। ये सब चीजें आने लगी। अच्छा, अब मैंने तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछा, उसके बाद मैंने दोबारा इनपुट दिया कि भाई मेरी ये स्ट्रीम है, मेरे को इस स्ट्रीम के लिए चीजें बताओ। तो मेरे, तो जो जीपीटी का मॉडल है उसको ये पता लग गया कि हाँ ऐसी ऐसी कोई भी स्ट्रीम होती है, बच्चे ये चीजें भी पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है, इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस भी आ सकते हैं। तो ये मॉडल रेगुलरली ट्रेन हो जा रहे हैं। राइट, तो इस तरीके से अब आप सोचें पिछले 2-2.5 साल में अगर आप डेली अगर आपका ब्रेन कॉम्प्रिहेंड कर पाए, तो आप खुद ही सोचें कि एक ह्यूमन कितना ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट और कितनी ज्यादा चीजों को आपकी तरफ नॉलेज बेस से लेके आ सकता है। वी वुड एक्चुअली कॉल दैट ह्यूमन एज नॉट ह्यूमन, हम उन्हें भगवान की संज्ञा दे दें शायद, कि भाई आपको इतनी सारी चीजों का पता है जितना हम लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते, बिकॉज दे हैव गैदर्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड देन नाउ दे आर ट्राइंग टू पोर्ट्रे। ओके, ये एक छोटा सा ज्ञान का वो था कि भाई एआई क्या चीज है और जेन एआई क्या क्या चीज। ठीक है, जेन एआई कोई आउटर वर्ल्ड टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है, एआई के एग्जिस्टिंग मॉडल पे ही बनाए हुए स्मार्ट सॉल्यूशन, जो अब जिसको हमने जेन एआई की संज्ञा दी थी। और उसके अब वो इतना ज्यादा अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म बन गया है कि अब हम उसके ऊपर अपनी टूल्स, अपनी एप्लीकेशंस भी बना सकते हैं, फॉलोइंग दी लो कोड नो कोड पार्ट। लो कोड नो कोड क्या होता है कि बहुत कम कोडिंग का एक्सपीरियंस होने के बावजूद भी आप कुछ एप्लीकेशंस बना सकते हैं। राइट, बट एक मिथ को मैं आपके बर्स्ट करना चाहता हूँ। मार्केट के अंदर अभी ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो ये कहते हैं कि बिना कोडिंग एक्सपीरियंस के आप एआई की एप्स बना लोगे, बिना कोडिंग एक्सपीरियंस के आप कुछ ये कर लोगे। ऐसा 95% या 99% केसेस में मैंने होते हुए नहीं देखा है। आपको कुछ बेसिक लेवल की कोडिंग नॉलेज होना जरूरी है, कोडिंग या फिर लॉजिकल नॉलेज, आपको पता हो कि सॉफ्टवेयर एप्लीकेशंस एक्चुअली में काम कैसे करें। या फिर आपने ऐसी इंडस्ट्रीज में काम किया हो जहां पे आपको एंड टू एंड साइकिल्स के बारे में पता हो, तब आप वो लो कोड नो कोड प्लेटफॉर्म्स को स्केलेबल बना सकते हैं या आप उसको प्रॉफिटेबल बना सकते हैं अपने लिए। देखें, किसी भी बिजनेस का मूलभूत मंत्र एक ही होता है कि हमें प्रॉफिट, we have to gain profit if we are running a business, then only the business is known as a successful business. Okay, just give me a second, my laptop's battery is about to drain out. Just give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. My laptop's battery actually got drained out. Okay, so हम लोग थे कि जेन की एप्लीकेशंस को अब हम कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डोमेन के अंदर। ठीक है, देखें, जेन आपका एक प्लेटफॉर्म है जो आपको स्केलेबल एप्स डिप्लॉय करने की फैसिलिटी देता है, राइट। अब आजकल बहुत सारे ऐसे टास्क हैं जिसको जेन ने रिडंडेंट कर दिया। रिडंडेंट माने जिनकी एक्चुअल जो अब नीड है मार्केट के अंदर, वो जेन अब धीरे धीरे खत्म करता जा रहा है। जैसे सबसे पहला, कंटेंट। आप लोगों को, मुझे नहीं आइडिया किसको सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन या कंटेंट मेकिंग या कंटेंट मार्केटिंग के बारे में ज्यादा आइडिया। बेसिकली क्या होता था, जब हमने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था तब ये जेन वाला पार्ट नहीं था। सो व्हाट वी वर फोर्स टू डू वाज, हमें अलग से वो लोग जो कि कंटेंट जनरेट करते थे फॉर आवर वेबसाइट्स, फॉर आवर लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल्स, फॉर आवर मार्केटिंग डोमेन्स, हमें वो लोग स्पेशली हायर करने पड़ते थे, विच केम एट अ सिग्निफिकेंट कॉस्ट। और क्योंकि वो ह्यूमंस थे तो वो 24/7 अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते, प्लस कुछ कुछ उनके काम में लैग भी होता था। ठीक है, हमें हमें या मतलब मुझे एज अ सीईओ हर एक काम के अंदर मुझे डीप डाइव होकर मुझे चीजों को देखना पड़ता था और समझाना पड़ता था और समझना पड़ता था। जब से जेन आया है उसके बाद से आई हैव नॉट स्पेंट अ सिंगल रुपी ऑन द कंटेंट मार्केटिंग गाइड्स। ठीक है, आई जस्ट पुट इन माई क्वेरीज ऑन एनी ऑफ द either paid or freely available gen AI platforms, and then I am able to get my things done. Okay, अच्छा, सेकंड आता है आपकी जो मार्केटिंग डोमेन। अब पहले से जब हमने अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था तब क्या होता था, हमें स्पेशली मार्केटिंग के लोग भी रखने पड़ते थे। ठीक है, अब जैसे माने कि जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया तो मैंने 5 से 6 मार्केटिंग के लोगों की टीम रखी थी। मार्केटिंग और सेल्स अलग अलग होता है। मार्केटिंग होता है आपका ब्रांड प्रमोशन। ठीक है, आपने क्या मार्केट में अच्छा किया उसको और अच्छा करके मार्केट में दिखाना, अभी आप क्या नया करने वाले हैं उसको पूरे वर्ल्ड को बताना, उसको सब लोगों को समझाना कि भाई हम लोग ये चीज़ों को लॉन्च करने वाले हैं, हम लोग ये चीज़ें करने वाले हैं। इस चीज़ को मार्केटिंग कहा जाता है। ठीक है, सेल्स एक अलग पार्ट होता है। सेल्स आप एक्चुअली में जो प्रोडक्ट आपके पास है या जो सर्विसेज आपके पास है आप उसको सेल आउट करें। तो दिस इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन मार्केटिंग एंड सेल्स। अब मैंने वो टीम को 6 से सिर्फ 2 पे ले आया, बिकॉज अब मुझे कोई स्पेशल बंदा नहीं चाहिए जो मेरे लिए वो ईमेल्स लिखे, जो मेरे लिए उस टाइप का टेक्स्ट लिख पाए, या जो मेरे लिए उस टाइप की 24/7 की मार्केटिंग कर। आई डोंट रियली नीड दैट गाय एनी मोर, राइट, और आई डोंट रियली नीड दोज गाइज एनी। अब सिर्फ 2 ही लोगों से मेरा काम पूरा चल जाता है। ठीक है, वही लोग मेरी लिंक्डइन की मार्केटिंग भी कर देते हैं, वही लोग मेरे लिए ब्लॉग्स भी लिख देते हैं, वही लोग मेरे लिए सारी पोस्ट भी लिख देते हैं। ठीक है, ओके। तीसरा, जो आपका मीडिया। ठीक है, मीडिया के अंदर जो आपके पास चीजें हैं कि भाई पहले ऐसा होता था कि मुझे अगर अब मैं आपको एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज के बारे में बताता हूँ। आज की डेट में अगर आज इस 12 सितंबर के बाद से अगर आप में से कोई भी एक ऐसा डोमेन या एक ऐसा एक वेंचर शुरू करना चाहता है जहां पे यू आर मेकिंग कार्टून्स, यू आर मेकिंग सम दिस थिंग एनिमेटेड स्टफ। ठीक है, और जिससे आप लोग बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहें, या जैसे एडटेक के जो आपके वो होते हैं ये एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजीज वगैरह जो होती हैं, अगर आप करना चाहें आप आज से ही शुरू कर सकते हैं। आज हम इस टाइप की एज में रह रहे हैं कि आपको कोई प्रायर नॉलेज अबाउट द एनिमेशन, कोई प्रायर नॉलेज अबाउट द कार्टूनिंग स्टफ, कोई प्रायर नॉलेज अबाउट हाउ यू कैन होस्ट योर वीडियोज, और वो आपको जरूरत ही नहीं। सब चीजों के लिए आपके पास जेन एआई के टूल्स मौजूद हैं। आपको क्या करना है, अब देखें जेन एआई चलता कैसे है। लाइक एनी अदर प्लेटफॉर्म, जेन एआई की एक अपनी अलग, एक अपनी अलग इंजीनियरिंग, जिसको हम बोलते हैं प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग। अब प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग से पहला सवाल ये आता है कि प्रॉम्प्ट क्या होता है। प्रॉम्प्ट होता है जो आप, जैसे चैट जीपीटी को जब भी आप कोई टेक्स्ट लिखते हैं, उस टेक्स्ट को प्रॉम्प्ट बोला जाता है। ये शायद बहुत सारे लोगों को नहीं आइडिया हो कि आप जिस टाइप से वो टेक्स्ट लिखते हैं उस पर भी बहुत हद तक ये निर्भर करता है कि भाई आप तक जो आउटपुट आने वाला है, और वट एवर आउटपुट विल एक्चुअली हिट योर डेस्क, तो वो किस टाइप का होगा, या वो किस यू कैन से किस एक्सपर्टीज का होगा, या कितना फिनेस से आएगा। अब अगर मैंने सिंपल सा अगर एक टेक्स्ट लिखा, ठीक है, कि हाय जीपीटी गिव मी द नंबर ऑफ ऑल दी यू कैन से gyms around me, और all the gymnasiums around, तो वो मुझे एक जेनेरिक सी लिस्ट पकड़ा देगा। अब अगर उसमें उसको मैं और ज्यादा रिफाइन करूं अपने प्रॉम्प्ट को कि हाय जीपीटी गिव मी द लिस्ट ऑफ द टॉप 5 gymnasiums around me with these facilities, okay, having sauna, spa, having good trainers and all those things, तो वो उस रिजल्ट को वैसे रिफाइन करके देगा। ओके, ऐसी ही चीजों को पढ़ाया जाता है प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग। प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग कोई बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल कोर्स नहीं है, ठीक है। आपके पास अगर अपने स्कूल्स, जो जो अभी बच्चे कॉलेज ज्वाइन करना चाह रहे हैं, या जिन्होंने अभी कॉलेज ज्वाइन किया है, जो अभी अपने फर्स्ट ईयर, और जिनके पास पहले कंप्यूटर्स था, और जिनको एक बहुत बेसिक नॉलेज भी अगर है कंप्यूटर्स की, बहुत बेसिक नॉलेज अगर उनको कोडिंग या उसकी है, दे कैन ऑल्सो थोड़ा सा एफर्ट लगा के दे कैन ऑल्सो बी प्रॉफिटेबल इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट, राइट। अब आती है बात, हम लोग आजकल कौन कौन सी डोमेन्स को के एक्सप्लोरेशन में जा सकते हैं। देखें, जेन एआई का जो काम अभी आपका फिलहाल चल रहा है, ओके, दैट इज फॉर द जनरेशन ऑफ आइदर टेक्स्ट और इमेजेस और वीडियोस, और तो इन चीजों से जुड़ी हुई जो भी आपके पास स्ट्रीम्स हैं, मैं आपके आगे कुछ एक चीजें मैंने अभी नोट डाउन करी हैं, मैं उसके बारे में मैं आपको बताता हूँ। ठीक है, देखें, कुछ 3-4 चीजों का मैं आपको आइडिया दूंगा जो आप लोग बहुत लो कोड नो कोड से शुरू कर सकते हैं, और बहुत कम एफर्ट और बहुत कम पैसा लगाकर भी आप उसको स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, सबसे पहला जो मैंने आपको बताया कि आप लोग अपनी मार्केटिंग फॉर्म लॉन्च कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो जिसको हम ये, आजकल बहुत सारी कंपनीज ऐसा कर रही हैं, ठीक है, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि जो काम ऑलरेडी हो रहा है वो काम आप और अच्छे तरीके से नहीं कर सकते। अगर आप एक गुड प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर हैं, अगर आपका स्किल सेट ऐसा है कि आपने यू आर एबल टू जनरेट गुड रिजल्ट्स और गुड आउटपुट्स आफ्टर गिविंग प्रॉम्प्ट्स, तो वो आपको हमारी जैसी फर्म से अलग करेगा। अब वो कैसे अलग करेगा? जीपीटी मॉडल्स को इनपुट मैं भी वही दे रहा हूँ, आप भी वही दे रहे हैं, बट आप एक ज्यादा रिफाइंड वे में दे रहे हैं। आपने अपनी आपका अपना फोकस, आपको पता है कि आपने किस टाइप की इंडस्ट्री को केटर करना है, आपको ये कंप्लीट आइडिया है कि आपको आउटपुट्स क्या चाहिए, आपको बिल्कुल एंड थ्रू आपको सब चीजों का आइडिया है। मुझे शायद आइडिया नहीं, तो मार्केट में जब आप निकलेंगे यू विल बी एबल टू केटर टू द क्लाइंट्स अ लॉट बेटर देन। ठीक है, ये चीज को समझना सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है। यू शुड हैव अ विजन। एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में देखें, शुरुआत के सालों में बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि यस आई एम द सीईओ, आई एम द डायरेक्टर, आई एम दिस एंड दैट, बट जब एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम्स आने लगती हैं तब आपको इस बात को समझना पड़ता है कि भाई अब आपके कंधों पर पूरी कंपनी का दारोमदार है। अब आपको, नाउ यू विल बी द गाय हु हैज टू टेक द फॉल। प्रॉफिट लॉस, ये टू साइड्स ऑफ अ कॉइन है। कोई भी बिजनेस 100% प्रॉफिटेबल कभी नहीं चलता है, कभी ना कभी लॉस फेस करना ही। सो दैट्स व्हेन यू वुड हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स। ओके, अब देखें, तीन या चार चीजें मैं आपको ऐसी बताता हूँ जहां पे अभी जेन एआई का बहुत ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है। ठीक है, पहला हो गया लॉ, दूसरा हो गया हेल्थ केयर, तीसरा हो गया एजुकेशन, चौथा हो गया एचआर। धीरे धीरे अब जब तक कॉलेजेस से निकलेंगे, ठीक है, मैं एचआर से स्टार्ट करता हूँ क्योंकि आप उससे सबसे ज्यादा रिलेट करते हैं। क्योंकि अब आगे जाकर आप लोग बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, और आप लोग अभी जाकर अब फ्यूचर एम्प्लॉयज हैं मेरी जैसी फर्म्स के लिए। सो ये चीज आपको समझना बहुत जरूरी है। एचआर से मैं शुरू करता हूँ, विच इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज। आजकल क्या हो रहा है, बहुत सारी कंपनीज ने आजकल ये क्या एम्प्लॉय या डिप्लॉय कर दिया है, उन्होंने ऐसे बॉट्स, उन्होंने ऐसे आईवीआर लगा दिए हैं। अब ह्यूमन आपको फोन नहीं करेगा फर्स्ट राउंड ऑफ एचआर के लिए इन्होंने जेन एआई का प्लेटफॉर्म लगा दिया है, या वहां पे एक जेन एआई से एनेबल्ड एक चैटबॉट लगा दिया है, जो आपको या जो आपके साथ चीजों को इंटरेक्शन में लेके आए। जैसे जो फर्स्ट लेवल ऑफ एचआर होता है किसी भी जॉब इंटरव्यू के लिए, तो वो आपका होता है कि आपके यू नो एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड क्या है, आपका यू नो आपकी आपने कहीं पे जॉब करी है या फिर नहीं, या ये आपकी पहली जॉब है, आपके क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, वेयर डू यू सी योरसेल्फ इन द नेक्स्ट 5 years। ये सब चीजें अब बहुत सारी कंपनीज ने ऑटोमेट कर दी है। मैं आपको एक कंपनी का एग्जांपल बताता हूँ, कॉग्निजेंट। अभी मेरे ही एक एम्प्लॉय के पास कॉग्निजेंट से कॉल आया था, एंड ही वाज ऑनेस्ट इनफ टू टेल मी कि सर मेरे पास कॉग्निजेंट से कॉल आया है, और जो फर्स्ट मेरा राउंड था एचआर का, वो एक चैट बॉट ने लिया है, ना कि एक ह्यूमन। सो इमेजिन, अभी हम लोग इस स्टेज में आ चुके हैं, वी आर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एज। दूसरा आता है एजुकेशन। एजुकेशन से मेरा कहना ये नहीं है कि जैसे कॉलेज एजुकेशन या स्कूल एजुकेशन, मेरा उसके बारे में कहना है एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, जो एड टेक होती है। अब एड टेक क्या होती है, जैसे आपका बाईजूस हो गया, आपने वो करा होगा, ऐसे बहुत सारे जितने आपके प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, ग्रेट लर्निंग हो गया या ये हो गया, यहाँ पे आजकल जेन एआई का बहुत ज्यादा यूज, या समझें कि अपग्रेड हो गया। ठीक है, अपग्रेड और ये सब चीजों के अंदर क्या होता है, आपकी जो बेसिक क्वेरीज वगैरह हैं, जो आपकी डे टू डे क्वेरीज हैं, उसके लिए अब ये लोग ह्यूमन कॉल सेंटर्स नहीं रखते। अब धीरे धीरे अब आप देखेंगे आगे कि कॉल सेंटर्स भी रिप्लेस होते चले जाएंगे। ठीक है, धीरे धीरे वी विल सी कि भाई अब ह्यूमंस के ऊपर जो डिपेंडेंसी है, या जो रिडंडेंट टास्क है, या जहां पर ज्यादा पैसा, एफर्ट और ये सब चीजें लग रही हैं, ठीक है, वो भी धीरे धीरे अब खत्म होते चले जाएंगे। कॉल सेंटर्स में अक्सर आप लोगों को पता होगा कि भाई नाइट शिफ्ट वगैरह या उल्टी सीधी शिफ्ट करनी पड़ती है। अब एक चैटबॉट के लिए कभी भी वो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, बिकॉज इट इज अवेलेबल 24/7, राइट। फिर आते हैं हम हेल्थ केयर। ठीक है, हेल्थ केयर में इसका यूज अभी थोड़ा सा मिनिमल है, बिकॉज हेल्थ केयर एक ऐसा रिजिड या एक ऐसा टफ डोमेन है जिसको पेनिट्रेट करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है। और वो थोड़ा मुश्किल क्यों होता है, बिकॉज देयर आर लाइव्स इन्वॉल्व। लाइव्स इन्वॉल्व क्या, कि आपका जेन एआई का मॉडल या आपका एआई का मॉडल जो भी रिजल्ट सेट देगा, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा कि आगे पेशेंट को किस टाइप की ट्रीटमेंट दी जाए। बट धीरे धीरे हम लोग उसमें पेनिट्रेशन कर रहे हैं, जैसे मैंने आपको अभी रेटिना आई हॉस्पिटल का एग्जाम्पल बताया था, वैसे धीरे धीरे अब हम लोग पेनिट्रेशन कर रहे हैं। अभी रिसेंटली हमारी मेदांता के सीएमडी से भी मीटिंग हुई थी। सो सीएमडी इज द चीफ मेडिकल डायरेक्टर। उन्होंने हमें बुलाया, एंड ऑन ऑन पैनल ही आस्क्ड मी कि लक्ष्य, व्हाट कैन यू ऑफर मी फॉर द जेन एआई पार्ट। तो मैंने उनको कुछ कुछ चीज़ों के बारे में बताया कि मैं कहा देखें सर, जैसा कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि भाई क्या नाम है, पेशेंट्स आते हैं और डॉक्टर्स भी देखें सारा दिन बिजी होते हैं, या बहुत सारे सिनेरियोज होते हैं, लैक्स ऑफ things that they have to think about. So we can develop one co-pilot for you, जिसकी हेल्प से डॉक्टर्स कैन आइडेंटिफाई, जिसकी हेल्प से डॉक्टर्स कैन अंडरस्टैंड एंड आइडेंटिफाई कि अब किस टाइप से हम लोग जो ये पेशेंट आया है उसकी डिजीज को टेकअप करके चले। ठीक है, तो हमने उस टाइप का एक को पायलट आगे पिच किया है इसमें मेदांता में। मैंने इसका मेदांता का एग्जांपल मैंने क्यों दिया, बिकॉज आप लोग मैक्सिमम लोग गुड़गांव या दिल्ली एनसीआर के आसपास हैं, तो सब लोग मैक्सिमम उस हॉस्पिटल को जानते हैं इसके लिए। ओके, चौथा मैं आपको बता रहा था लॉ के बारे में। लॉ का देखें, लॉ क्या होता है कि एक आपका कोडिफाइड इंस्ट्रक्शंस है जिस पर हमारी जो जुडिशरी है वो एक्ट करती है, राइट। अब वो जो कोडिफाई जो आपकी बुक्स होती हैं, बहुत सारी बुक्स होती हैं, देयर आर अबाउट थाउजेंड्स ऑफ लॉज। ठीक है, हर एक चीज का अपना अलग अलग लॉ होता है, राइट। जैसे ह्यूमंस के लिए अलग लॉज, एनिमल्स के लिए अलग लॉज, ठीक है, पेड़ों के लिए अलग लॉज, ठीक है, नेचर और ये सब चीजों के लिए अलग अलग लॉज होते हैं। फिर आपका कॉर्पोरेट लॉ होता है, सिविल होता है, क्रिमिनल होता है, ठीक है। हर एक लॉयर को सारी चीजों के बारे में आइडिया एकदम से लग जाए या एकदम से आ जाए या उन्हें सारे लॉज याद हो जाएं, ये ह्यूमनली पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो यही हमने अभी दिल्ली की एक लॉ फॉर्म के अंदर भी हमने एक उनको को पायलट प्रपोज किया है कि सर हम एक आपके लिए ऐप बनाएंगे, ठीक है, जिसका बैकएंड में जीपीटी रहेगा, ठीक है। लेकिन हम क्या करेंगे, अपनी एप्लीकेशन से हम इतने रिफाइंड प्रॉम्प्ट्स और इतनी रिफाइंड आपकी चीजों को आगे भेजेंगे कि आप तक बिल्कुल एक परफेक्ट आपकी आपने जो भी चीज के बारे में पूछा है, अब जैसे मानिए कि आपने सिंपल सा एक पूछा कि भाई आपके पास एक सिविल का आया मैटर, तो आपने सिविल के मैटर के बारे में पूछा कि भाई ये इस चीज के लिए कौन सा लॉ अप्लाई करेगा और इसके लिए क्या क्या पीछे प्रेसिडेंसीज रहे हैं। प्रेसिडेंसीज माने कि पहले कभी ये लॉ को कहीं कोर्ट किया गया है क्या, पहले इस पर कोई बातचीत या वाद विवाद हुआ है, वो भी अगर है तो वो मुझे ला कर दे। ये आजकल लॉ की फील्ड में तो खासकर से बहुत ज्यादा हिट है, ठीक है। लॉ हो गया और आपकी जो सीए की फॉर्म्स हो गई, मतलब जहां पर भी ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन हैं जिसके लिए आपको बार बार बुक्स उठानी पड़े और आपको टाइम लगाना पड़े बहुत ज्यादा, तो आप उसके लिए स्मार्ट सॉल्यूशंस बनाएं। आप अपनी सिस्टम को एक बारी वो सारी बुक्स को पढ़ा दें, सिस्टम अपने आप उसको इंटरप्रेट करे, बिकॉज जो सिस्टम का न्यूरल नेटवर्क है वो बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रांग है बजाय के एक ह्यूमन के, बट अंडर गिवन सर्टेन कंडीशंस, ठीक है। क्योंकि मशीन अभी भी इतनी स्मार्ट नहीं है कि वो इमोशंस को जज कर पाए, राइट। तो ये सब चीजें जो भी मंडेन टास्क हैं, जो भी रिडंडेंट टास्क हैं, ये सब चीजें आप जेएनएआई के थ्रू अचीव कर सकते हैं, राइट। अच्छा, 4 सॉल्यूशंस के बारे में मैंने बात करी, एचआर, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ केयर एंड लॉ। अब एक पांचवा चीज के बारे में हम लोग बात करते हैं, कस्टमर सपोर्ट, ठीक है। कस्टमर सपोर्ट में तो आप माने कि जेएनएआई ने एक रेवोल्यूशन लाया है। वो कैसे कि अब आप देखेंगे कि किसी भी टाइप के आपका जो भी कोई एग्जांपल लें, जैसे एयरटेल हो गया, अगर आपको एयरटेल में कोई भी इशू है तो आजकल आप देखेंगे कि माय एयरटेल ऐप के ऊपर आप जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे आपको चैटबॉट से आप जाकर बात करते हैं, वो आपको एक इंजीनियर असाइन कर देता है। अगर उससे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होती है तो वेल एंड गुड, नहीं होता तो इंजीनियर असाइन करता है। अब आप देखेंगे कि जो एयरटेल पे जो कॉल सेंटर्स तक जो कॉल्स जाती हैं वो भी बहुत बाद में जाती हैं, जब आपके सारे जितने भी ये एआई के बॉट्स और इन सब चीजों से जब कोई चीज सॉल्व नहीं हो रही होती, केवल तभी आप एंड में जाते हैं सॉल्यूशंस लेने के लिए, या ठीक है तभी आप बिल्कुल एंड में जाकर ह्यूमन से बात करते हैं। आप मेरी बात मानिए कि हम लोग इंडस्ट्री में रहते हैं, हमें चीज़ों का आइडिया है और हम लोग टॉप सीईओज वगैरह सबसे मिलते हैं। तो अभी पीछे मेरी अभी एक मीटिंग हुई थी, एयरटेल के बहुत हाई उस पे थे पोस्ट पे। उन्होंने मेरे को बताया कि सर हमारी कॉल सेंटर की स्ट्रेंथ जो पहले अराउंड 3 to 4 thousand थी, वो आज केवल 800 रह गई। अब आप हिसाब लगाएं कि अब सिर्फ 30% वर्कफोर्स से ही उनका वो वाला काम निकल जा रहा है जो वो पहले 100% वर्कफोर्स से निकलवा पा रहे थे, और उसमें भी बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस थे, ठीक है। तो आप लोग अगर इन 5 चीज के अंदर अगर आप जेएनएआई को इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहें, या अगर आप इम्प्लीमेंट करवाना चाहें या सोच रहे हैं करने के लिए, तो इन 5 फील्ड्स को देखिएगा। पहली एचआर, दूसरी एजुकेशन, तीसरा हेल्थ केयर, चौथा लॉ और पांचवा सेल्स एंड कस्टमर सपोर्ट। इन फील्ड्स में ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा काम हो रहा है, काफी कंपनीज में ने इन चीजों में क्रैक डाउन कर भी लिया है, जिनमें से एक मेरी भी अपनी कंपनी है। हम अभी एक रिसेंट अभी ब्रेक थ्रू करने वाले हैं, ठीक है। तो आप इन इन चीजों को देखिए अपने जब आप नेक्स्ट जेएनएआई के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है, या जब भी आप जेएनएआई के बारे में किसी से बात करेंगे या स्केलेबल सॉल्यूशंस बनाने के बारे में बात करेंगे। अब लास्ट के आई थिंक 5-7 मिनट में आपसे कुछ बात करना चाहूंगा कि अभी फिलहाल चैलेंजेस क्या क्या चल रहे हैं जेएनएआई के सॉल्यूशंस को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए। अभी पीछे रिसेंट ईयर्स में मैंने कुछ ऐसा देखा है कि पीपल फ्रेश आउट ऑफ कॉलेज, जिन्हें अभी सिर्फ जेएनएआई के बारे में कुछ नॉलेज मिली है कॉलेज से, जिन्हें अभी एआई के बारे में कुछ नॉलेज मिली है, बट उन्हें रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में नहीं। देखे, मैं इस चीज को ऐसे एग्जांपल लेता हूँ कि आपको अगर माने कॉलेज के अंदर ये बात पढ़ाई गई है कि A+B=C, जो कि सारे ही कॉलेजेस में पढ़ाई जाएगी, तो जब आप एक्चुअल रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स में जाएंगे, ठीक है, वो प्रॉब्लम्स कंपाउंड हो जाते हैं। रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स में वो A+B होल स्क्वायर भी बन सकता है, रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स में A² + B², भी बन सकता है, रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स में ए क्यूब भी आ सकता है, a⁻6 भी आ सकता है। रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत अलग होती हैं, ठीक है, आपकी थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज से। लेकिन इस चीज का ये कतई मतलब नहीं है कि आप थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज गेन ना करें। you have to you absolutely have to gain theoretical knowledge in order to solve practical problems. It is a given fact. मुझे, मैं अपने देखें कॉलेज की मैं प्रमोशन बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, मुझे वैसे भी पास आउट हुए अराउंड 13 years हो चुके हैं, सो आई डोंट रियली नीड टू प्रमोट और एनीथिंग। बट मुझे कॉलेज में रहकर जो थियोरेटिकल एक्सपोजर या जो थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज मिली, और जब मैं आउटर वर्ल्ड में गया, जब मैंने उसकी प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन करने की कोशिश करी, तो आई वुड से मुझे 50 से 60% की हेल्प मिली। क्योंकि जैसे मेरी जो पहली जॉब थी वो केपीओ में थी। केपीओ के दौरान मुझे ये बात का पता लगा कि भाई कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स कितना जरूरी है। कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स के कई सब्जेक्ट्स हमने अपनी इंजीनियरिंग के दौरान पढ़े थे, जो आजकल शायद आप लोगों को बेशक ना हो। आजकल का करिकुलम मुझे बहुत ज्यादा आइडिया नहीं है कि शायद चेंज हो गया होगा, बट हमारे टाइम पे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर नाम का एक सब्जेक्ट होता है, जिसमें वो हमें ये सिखाया करते थे कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जब आप जाएंगे तो आपको बिहेव कैसे करना है, या उसके अंदर बेसिक कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स भी सिखाए जाते थे। तो केपीओ में वो मेरे को हेल्प किया कि जब मैंने किसी कस्टमर से इंटरेक्शन। फिर नेक्स्ट में गया एक आईटी फर्म में एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर, जहां मुझे C++ के बेस पर जॉब मिली। वो C++ जो मैंने कॉलेज में सीखी थी, जो मैंने थ्योरेटिकल बेस पे सीखी थी, और जिससे मैंने छोटे मोटे प्रैक्टिकल और छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाए थे, राइट, कॉलेज के दौरान ही, राइट। अब ये प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज, या ये जो भी सॉरी जो थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज थी, ये मैंने प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशंस में अप्लाई करी। उसके बाद ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट फिर मेरा अपना स्किल सेट था कि मैंने कैसे 7-8 साल जॉब डोमेन में बिताए, और अभी पिछले 4-5 साल से मैं एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डोमेन में हूँ, राइट। तो इस पूरी बात को समझाने का मकसद ये था कि आप अपनी पहले थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज पे फोकस करें। अगर आप में से कोई बच्चे AI ML भी लेना चाहते हैं, सबसे पहले, जो अभी पीछे मिस्टर BK चौरसिया ने भी आपको बताया कि AI पढ़ने के लिए या AI समझने के लिए यू हैव टू हैव अ गुड कमांड ओवर सम मैथमेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स, जिसमें से आपका डिफरेंशियल कैलकुलस हो गया, वेक्टर्स हो गए, ठीक है, प्रोबेबिलिटी हो गई, जो प्रोबेबिलिटी के बिना तो आप AI सोच भी नहीं सकते, ठीक है। ये सब चीजों को गेन अप करके चलिएगा। सो दिस इज माय एडवाइस टू ऑल दी बडिंग इंजीनियर्स, ठीक। अब एक दो मैं प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में आपसे मैं बात करूंगा, ज्यादा डिस्करेज नहीं करूंगा, बट जो प्रॉब्लम्स मैंने खुद भी फेस करी हैं, या जो मैं अपने साथ या मेरे साथ के जो भी बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स या सीईओज हैं जिनके साथ हमारी मीटिंग्स होती हैं, जो वो लोग फेस कर रहे हैं। आजकल क्या होता है, लोगों के पास एक वर्ड है कूल, राइट। पीपल लाइक टू सॉल्व कूल प्रॉब्लम्स एंड नॉट रियल प्रॉब्लम्स, ठीक है। कूल कूल प्रॉब्लम का रियल प्रॉब्लम होना जरूरी नहीं है, ठीक है। बट जो एक रियल प्रॉब्लम जो है आपकी, जो एक रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर फोकस, उसके ऊपर जीरो इन, उसको सॉल्व करना ज्यादा जरूरी है, राइट। अब आप एक जेएनआई की एप्लीकेशन से एक बहुत अच्छा, मानो कि आपने डीजे का एप्लीकेशन बनाया। डीजे इज डिस्क जॉकी। हम लोग किसी भी क्लब वगैरह या कहीं भी जाते हैं तो हम लोग देखते हैं कि वहां पे ह्यूमन डीजेस होते हैं। मानिए आप में से किसी ने एक AI की डीजे की एप्लीकेशन बनाई। आई वुड कॉल दिस अ कूल प्रॉब्लम, आई वुड नॉट कॉल दिस अ रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम। रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम ऐसी हुई कि आपने हेल्थ केयर के अंदर आपने कुछ क्रैक करा, जैसे आप किसी की रेटिनल आई डिजीज के बारे में कुछ बता पा रहे हैं, आप कैंसर को जल्दी डिटेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं, आप डॉक्टर्स की हेल्प कर पा रहे हैं। इसको हम लोग रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स, ठीक है। इन रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स की तरफ फोकस रखिएगा आप, जब अभी आप जेएनएआई को लेवरेज करेंगे। जब तक आप लोग पास आउट होंगे तब तक तो शायद जेएनएआई तो छोड़ें, अभी जो नई जो रेज चल रही है RAG और एजेंटिक AI की, वो भी शायद पुरानी हो जाएगी। 4 साल बाद तो हमें ही नहीं पता कि क्या आ जाए, ठीक है। सो वी एज एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आर, यू कैन से, क्वाइट एक्साइटेड एंड स्केयर्ड बोथ एट द सेम टाइम, बिकॉज टेक्नोलॉजी इतनी जल्दी इवॉल्व कर रही है कि वी हैव टू बी ऑन आवर टोज एवरी डे। सो इट्स लाइक अ फाइट एवरी फ्रिकिंग डे। वी हैव टू गेन एंड अंडरस्टैंड कि अभी मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, क्या चीजें इसके लिए। सेकंड, जो सबसे जरूरी चीज है, ठीक है, जिसके बेस पर सारा बिजनेस और सारा वर्ल्ड इज मूविंग अराउंड, इज द मनी फैक्ट। आप किसी भी क्लाइंट के ऊपर अपनी जेएनएआई की एप्लीकेशन को लगाने की कोशिश करें, सबसे पहले आप वहां की प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट आइडेंटिफाई करें। दूसरा, आप क्लाइंट की स्पेंडिंग कैपेसिटी के बारे में समझें कि वो कितना पैसा जेएनएआई या AI की एप्लीकेशंस के लिए लगाना चाहते हैं। कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं, या कई क्लाइंट से हम लोग मिलते हैं जहां मेरे प्रोजेक्ट्स भी फेल हुए हैं जेएनएआई के, ठीक है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑन माई फेलियर्स नाउ एज वेल, बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है मैं 100 में से 100 टाइम्स सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ, 100 में से अराउंड 30-40% ऑफ द टाइम्स आई हैव फेल्ड ऑल्सो. So right now, whatever profit my business is gaining is because of the 60% you know good ventures और the profitable ventures जो हमारी कंपनी रन कर रही है. 40% वेंचर्स जहां हम लोग लॉस में गए, वहां या तो ये हुआ कि मेरी सेल्स टीम या मैं खुद ये चीज को आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाया कि भाई क्लाइंट का स्पेंडिंग कैपेसिटी कितना है, या क्लाइंट का स्पेंडिंग पोटेंशियल कितना है, या वो कितना सीरियसली इस चीज को आगे लेकर चल रहा है और वो कितना आगे तक हमारे साथ जाएगा इस चीज को. क्या वो सिर्फ एक या दो प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए जेनीआई के सॉल्यूशंस देख रहा है, या क्या वो एक लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव से इस चीज को देख रहा है. राइट, सो दिस इज दैट थिंग. Rakshita, I think you'll be one of the panelists who's going to speak today, right?
Yeah, Ms. Rakshita is
I'll
there,
just
the next
finish up.
esteemed speaker.
Yeah, I'll just finish up within 5 to 7 minutes. I'm sorry, Rakshita, I happen to be an alumni of this college, so I got quite excited, talking to the people, right?
No, it's totally fine. Actually, please continue. I'll keep my session short. All good. Please continue.
Thank you, Rakshita. Okay, guys. So I just told you about, two of the things that I faced, या जो प्रॉब्लम्स मैंने फेस करी अपने करियर में while implementing the GenAI applications. आप इन दो चीज का बहुत ध्यान रखिए. पहली, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, आप क्या प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट को टारगेट कर रहे हैं. दूसरा, दी मनी फैक्टर, बिकॉज इन्हीं दो चीजों पर आपका बिजनेस चलेगा या नहीं चलेगा, इन चीजों की डिपेंडेंस है. ठीक है, और लास्ट में थोड़ा सा मोटिवेटिंग ज्ञान कह लें या वो कह लें, अब हम लोग अब आपसे एज में काफी आगे निकल चुके हैं. पहले हमें ऐसा लगता था अगर हमारे बड़े कोई हमारे को कुछ ऐसा बोलते थे, बट अब आई नेवर एक्सपेक्टेड माई सेल्फ टू से दीज थिंग्स, बट डोंट लेट द फेलियर्स डिफाइन. आप अपने फेलियर से अपना एटीट्यूड और अपना एप्टीट्यूड को डिफाइन कभी मत करिए. ठीक है, इलॉन मस्क की कंपनी वॉज नॉट मेड इन अ डे. ठीक है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वॉज नॉट मेड इन अ डे, गूगल वॉज नॉट मेड इन अ डे. Any of the big names and big companies that you see were not made in a day. ठीक है, learn to fail सबसे जरूरी चीज है. Learn to win can be one of the most important things, but learn to fail and then getting over it and then trying again is the essence of an entrepreneur. That is what segregates an entrepreneur from a normal Joe or from a normal person who is just walking on the road. ठीक है, आप किसी भी पैनलिस्ट से बात करेंगे जो एक एंटरप्रेन्योर है, वो मेरी ही टाइप की बातें या मेरी ही टाइप की एनर्जी या ये सब चीजों को शेयर करें. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने कंपनी 1 साल पहले खोली है, 2 साल, सिंस द पास्ट 5-6 years आई हैव बीन वर्किंग इन दिस डोमेन, जॉब भी करा है, सब कुछ, बट आई हैव नेवर लेट माय फेलियर डिफाइन माई सेल्फ, माई एटीट्यूड एंड माई एप्टीट्यूड बोथ. ओके, ठीक है. आप में से काफी लोगों ने यू गाइस रेज योर हैंड्स. So right now is the time for logical questions, right? So please go ahead.
Students, you can write your questions in the chat.
Shraddha, just a humble request.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you remove some of the non-serious members from the meeting? They are actually creating a ruckus. I think there's one gentleman with the name of Mr. Jayavardhan. Who's regularly creating a ruckus, because now the next member would be a female member. We don't want all these things to happen in this.
I'll remove him. Student, the session is open for the question and answer.
Yeah.
So you can write the questions in the chat.
Yes, go ahead. Please write your questions. Yeah. Absolutely. Amazing question, Tushar. So this question has been raised by Mr. Tushar Yadav. Okay. तुषार, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. मैंने आपको जैसे अभी शुरुआत में पहले आपको बताया था, आज अगर आप अपना करियर स्टार्ट करना चाहें और अगर आपके पास थोड़ी बहुत भी कोडिंग की नॉलेज या टेक्नोलॉजिकल नॉलेज है या टेक्निकल नॉलेज है आपके पीछे, अगर स्कूल में, ठीक है, तो भी आपके लिए एक बहुत अच्छा जिसको कहते हैं कि स्टेपिंग पार्ट, या अगर आप बहुत सारे लोगों से अलग या बहुत सारे लोगों से ऑलरेडी आगे, बाई चांस अगर आपके पास कोडिंग नॉलेज नहीं है, तो आप देखें पाइथन के कोर्सेज में बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता, हार्डली 2 से 3 months का कोर्स. उसके बाद जो बिजनेस और स्किल जो आपको फोकस करना है, जो मैंने आपको 5 टाइप के बिजनेसेस जो मैंने आपको बताए थे, ठीक है, उसमें से थे HR, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ केयर, लॉ एंड सेल्स एंड कस्टमर सपोर्ट। आप उसके ऊपर अपना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। सेकंड क्वेश्चन आपने जो पुटअप करा कि आप कोर एआई कैसे लर्न कर सकते हैं। कोर एआई के लिए बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं। जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको किसी, देखें, अगर आप ऑलरेडी ग्रेजुएट हैं और आपको फिर कोर एआई सीखना है तो बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, जैसे अपग्रेड के आपके हैं प्लेटफॉर्म्स जो बहुत अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटीज से आपको वो करवाते हैं कोर्सेज। फिर आपके पास ग्रेट ग्रेट लर्निंग के आपके पास हैं प्लेटफॉर्म्स, आप उसको जाके एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, राइट। मनी पार्ट जो आपने पूछा है कि हाउ टू क्रिएट मनी, मनी विल टेक सम टाइम। कम से कम अपने आप को 1 साल दें। 1 साल में पहले सीखें, समझें कि आप एक्चुअली में क्या चीज करना चाहते हैं। 1 साल में आपको इस चीज का जवाब भी मिल जाएगा कि आप रियली ये चीज करना चाहते भी हैं कि नहीं, राइट। गिव योर सेल्फ एटलीस्ट 1 ईयर, ठीक है। मैं और लोगों को 2 साल बोलता हूँ, जो लोग मेरी एज के हैं, बिकॉज वी आर फ्रॉम अ स्लोअर, स्लाइटली स्लोअर जनरेशन देन यू। आप लोग आजकल की जेन जी हैं, आप लोग काफी फास्ट हैं, तो आप थोड़ा सा अपने आप को टाइम दें। अच्छा, धीरे धीरे थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चंस पूछें, बिकॉज मिस रक्षिता इज आल्सो वेटिंग इन द क्यू। आई डोंट वांट टू कीप अ लेडी वेटिंग। होल्ड ऑन। ओके, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ जेन एआई एप्लीकेशन दैट टू बी यूज्ड फॉर मार्केटिंग। देखें, अभी ऑलरेडी बहुत सारी जेन एआई एप्लीकेशन मार्केटिंग में यूज हो रही हैं। आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं लिंक्डइन एआई इसका मार्केटिंग का। और जैसे ही आप द मोमेंट यू पुट इट ऑन गूगल, सजेस्ट सम जेन एआई एप्लीकेशन फॉर मार्केटिंग, आपके पास यू विल रिसीव टेंस ऑफ एप्लीकेशन। सबका काम बेसिकली एक ही है। आपको बस ये देखना है आपके लिए ज्यादा फीजिबल कौन सा है, और हम लोग अगर अपनी इंडियन इसमें लिंगो में कहें कि ज्यादा मनी एफिशिएंट कौन सा है। सो दैट विल बी द पार्ट। हाउ टू बिकम अ मार्केटिंग मैनेजर। मार्केटिंग मैनेजर, देखिए फ्रेंड, या अगर मैं आपको कहूँ कि दोस्त, मार्केटिंग मैनेजर आपको धीरे धीरे काम करके ही पता लगेगा। पहले आपको एज अ मार्केटिंग एग्जीक्यूटिव किसी कंपनी में ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा। उसके बाद आपको वहां के यू वुड हैव टू लर्न द रोप्स, एंड देन स्लोली यू वुड हैव टू ग्रेजुएट ऑन द रैंक्स, राइट। ओके, हाउ टू वर्क इन हाई लीडिंग कंपनीज लाइक गूगल, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, रोड मैप। देखें, कॉलेज तो खैर बहुत जरूरी है ही। जैसे अभी आप अगर वर्ल्ड कॉलेज को ऑप्ट करेंगे तो हमारे यहाँ पे काफी प्लेसमेंट्स गूगल की भी जाती हैं। लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी आपकी अपनी लर्निंग और आपका अपना एक्यूमेंट है। देखें, हर एक कॉलेज में ऑलमोस्ट सेम टाइप की पढ़ाई हुई। आप फोकस करें प्रैक्टिकलिटी पे, आप फोकस करें प्रैक्टिकल्स पे। तो हमारे कॉलेज के पास काफी अच्छी लैब्स हैं, ठीक है। एनवीडिया और आईओएस की भी लैब अब तो आई थिंक है, राइट मिस श्रद्धा। तो अब ये काफी लैब्स हमारे पास हैं जिनके ऊपर
NVIDIA
आप
Dell
अपना,
Lab, we have
हाँ,
NVIDIA Dell Lab, we have Apple Lab,
एब्सोल्युटली,
3D
हाँ,
Fab Lab, we have a lot latest labs we have.
हाँ। तो थ्योरेटिकल पे भी फोकस करें, प्लस उससे ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशंस पे अपना फोकस रखें, ठीक है। तभी आपको, देखिए, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट और गूगल के जो इंटरव्यूज होते हैं, दे आर हाईली बेस्ड ऑन दी प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज। जो आपको, वो लोग आपसे थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन बहुत कम पूछे, राइट। मैंने खुद अपने करियर के स्टार्टिंग में माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का इंटरव्यू दिया था, एंड आई फेल्ड मिजरेबली। फिर मुझे धीरे धीरे समझ में आया कि मैंने क्या गलतियां करी, दैट इज वाई, राइट। ओके, जनरेटिव एआई और ह्यूमन क्रिएटिविटी में डिफरेंस और रिलेशन आप कैसे समझते हो। देखें, जनरेटिव एआई भी एआई के मॉडल्स पे ही काम करता है। ह्यूमन क्रिएटिविटी भी आपके ब्रेन में जो न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स हैं उनके ऊपर काम करती है। द ओनली थिंग दैट सेग्रीगेट्स द जेन एआई न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स और ह्यूमन न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स इज द इमोशनल पार्ट। दैट्स इट, सिंपल एज दैट। बाकी सब चीजें जेन एआई कर सकता है, जो भी ह्यूमन ब्रेन कॉम्प्रिहेंड कर सकता है। इनपुट आउटपुट ये वो सब चीजें कर सकता है। और अब जैसे अब ये लोग रोबोटिक्स में उतर गए हैं, जितना फास्ट काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत जल्दी आप देखेंगे कि इमोशनली क्लोज भी ये मशीन्स आएंगी। लेकिन 100% इमोशंस ह्यूमंस के रेप्लिकेट आप नहीं कर सकते। सो दिस इज द ओनली डिफरेंस। शिवम answered. Okay, Gaurav. So this will be the last question that I'm going to answer. It will be from Mr. Garv Arora. So what future skills should a software engineer focus on to stay relevant in the next decade? देखें, आज की इंडस्ट्री के लिए एआई एंड जेन एआई सबसे जरूरी स्किल्स हैं, ठीक है। जेन एआई को पढ़ने से पहले थोड़ा सा टाइम, मैं कहूंगा 6 महीना जरूर कोर एआई के ऊपर लगाएं। कोर एआई डिफिकल्ट स्किल है लर्न करने को, उसमें ज्यादा मैथमेटिक्स है, प्रोबेबिलिटी है। लेकिन अगर आप धीरे धीरे ये कोर एआई के ओशियन से खुद को निकालने में कामयाब रहे, या अगर आप उसमें से कुछ टेक आउट कर पा रहे हैं, तो आपके लिए जेन एआई वुड बी बहुत बहुत ईजी, ठीक है। और जो फ्यूचर जो आपके वो हैं, वो खासकर से इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के जो इंजीनियर्स, अब जो बडिंग इंजीनियर्स निकलेंगे, अब आत्मनिर्भर भारत के चलते इंडिया के अंदर बहुत बड़ी सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री आने वाली है। ऑलरेडी गुजरात में उसके प्लांट्स स्टार्ट भी हो गए। आप अपना फोकस रखें इन माइक्रो प्रोसेसर टेक्नोलॉजीज पे, इन चिप्स की टेक्नोलॉजीज पे, ठीक है। और एक अब आगे एक चीज आ रही है क्यू पाई एआई, उसके ऊपर भी अपना फोकस करें, ठीक है, जो आपके क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स को आपकी एआई के साथ कैसे लिंक करेगा, ठीक है। और दूसरा, फॉर दी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स गाइज, अब आगे धीरे धीरे बायोलॉजी के सब्जेक्ट्स या जैसे जो बायोटेक्स जो आ रही हैं, जिसमें डीएनए स्ट्रैंड्स के ऊपर डेटा को स्टोर करना और ये सब चीज़ों के बारे में भी पढ़ते रहें। अगले डेकेड, अगले 5 साल में एआई को पीछे हटाकर फिर से कुछ नया आएगा, ठीक है। लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, जैसे मैं आपको बताऊंगा, मैंने तीनों डेकेड्स देखे, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 2000 टिल 10, 10 to 20, 20 से 30 वाला भी मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ। 10 से 12 में द कंप्यूटर सिस्टम्स एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स वर अ रेज। 10 से 20 में इंटरनेट से बेस्ड जो भी आपकी टेक्नोलॉजीज थी, एप्लीकेशंस थी, टूल्स थे, तो इंटरनेट वाज अ रेज। 20 के बाद से डेटा एनालिटिक्स एंड एआई। अब ये जो पूरा डेकेड जाएगा, अगले 5 साल 2030 तक एआई वुड बी अ रेज। 2030 के बाद आपकी बायोटेक्स आने वाली है, ठीक है। इलॉन मस्क ने ऑलरेडी उसके ऊपर काम स्टार्ट कर भी दिया, राइट। तो इन सब चीजों से अपने आप को अपडेटेड रखें, ठीक है। श्रद्धा, मैंने आपसे कहा ही था पहले कि देखें मुझे टाइम कम पड़ जाएगा स्टूडेंट्स के साथ इंटरेक्ट करते करते, एंड एक्चुअली अभी अगर रक्षिता क्यों में ना होती मैं और एक घंटा इंटरेक्ट करता कुछ।
Why don't you go ahead?
सर फिजिकल सेशन करेंगे आपका सर, आपको कॉलेज
मैंने
में
आपसे
इनवाइटेड है या फॉर
एब्सोल्युटली
प्लेसमेंट ड्राइव
मोर
एज
देन,
वेल एज द फिजिकल सेशन, तो दोनों
I'll
सेशन
be
हम करेंगे
more
आपके
than
साथ।
happy.
या सर,
I'll be more than happy to stand on a podium और अपने ही कॉलेज में बोलने का, it will be a next level.
इट वाज सच एन इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन सर।
Same here, same
I
here.
be
Thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity.
I, on behalf of WCTM, would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for delivering such an insightful, inspiring session on entrepreneurship in the age of Gen I. Your journey from a student at WCTM to the CEO of Dynamics Archer Private Limited is a true source of inspiration for all our students. The practical wisdom you shared on how innovation, technology, and resilience can come together to build successful ventures has given us valuable lessons to carry forward. Your insights on generative AI and entrepreneurship have not only broadened our understanding, but have also encouraged us to think creatively. We deeply appreciate the time and effort that you took to be with us today. Once again, thank you, Lakshiji, for enlightening and motivating our students. We are truly proud to welcome you back as an alumnus, and we look forward for many more sessions with you in future.
Same here. I would just like to come in physical capacity as well. I would
Yeah,
like to meet
we would
Dagar
invite
sir.
you. Yeah.
Absolutely. और डागर सर अगर मेरे को सुन पा रहे हैं सर, many thanks for inviting me and closing this session with a namaskar to you. And thanks a lot for being our guiding light. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over to you, Rakshita. Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
No worries, all good. Thank you so much for having me. You want to, Shweta, how do you want to do this? Like, should we
Yeah,
get
yeah. Before starting, dear students, I would like to give a brief introduction about Ms. Rakshita. Dear Ms. Rakshita, it's my pleasure to introduce you as one of the esteemed speaker for today's orientation program. She will be speaking on a highly relevant and exciting topic, that is from likes to legacy, building your digital brand in the creator economy. She is currently working with Google and YouTube, bringing over 6 years of rich experience in product and brand marketing. At present, she is driving YouTube creator and artist marketing in India, where she leads initiatives to help creators monetize their content, expand their reach, and strengthen their digital identity. From organizing the first year YouTube Creator Summit in India with 100 top YouTubers and global leadership, to expanding the Creator Collective program to 13 plus cities in 8 languages, she has been at the forefront of empowering India's creator ecosystem. Earlier in her career at Google, she managed brand and reputation marketing, leading multiple $1 million campaigns such as Safer with Google and impactful digital safety initiatives. Her campaigns not only reached millions of users but have also earned widespread media coverage, PR recognition, and positive brand sentiment. Over her career, she has managed campaigns with budgets exceeding USD 10 million, collaborated cross-functionally with global teams, and earned 72 plus awards from leadership and peers for her outstanding contributions. She is an alumna of SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. She combines strategic thinking with creative execution, making her a leading voice in the field of digital branding, creator monetization, and product marketing. Today, she will help us understand how to move beyond likes and focus on building a lasting legacy in the creator economy. Something very aspiring digital professional, entrepreneur, and creator can learn from. Dear students, please join me in welcoming Ms. Rakshita. Over to you, Ms. Rakshita.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shweta, for giving such a great introduction. I'm truly humbled. Um,
Pleasure.
yeah, hi everyone. I hope this is not a long day for you and you're just starting. Please ask questions and I'll do a quick presentation and then we can take questions as we go. Uh, Please tell me if you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, amazing. I'll just play one film and then we can deep dive right into it.
इंडिया में फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, स्टॉक मार्केट, इनके अराउंड इतने जार्गन्स बनाए गए, आम जनता को लगता है कि ये मैं समझ ही नहीं सकती हूँ. लोगों तक फाइनेंस बहुत सिंप्लीफाई करके बताने की बहुत जरूरत है. फिर मैंने सोचा क्यों ना मैं ही ये कर दूं.
Hey folks, here Rachna Ranade here.
I'm a chartered accountant by qualification, but by passion, I'm a teacher. So I'm using YouTube as a platform to spread financial education amongst masses. अरे ओ बेटा जी, मार्केट की हवा कभी नरम, कभी गरम. I started teaching MBA students and CA students since 2009. They used to ask me questions about stock market. मैं उनको one-on-one queries तो solve करके देती थी. Then some kids came up and said that why don't you make a full series on stock market so that you teach us anything and everything that a beginner should know about stock market. तो वो कोर्स मैंने रिकॉर्ड भी किया. Then बहुत सारे लोगों ने सजेशन दिया कि रिकॉर्डेड है तो YouTube पे क्यों नहीं डाल देती हो. Within 3 months, that lecture got more than 25,000 views. और फिर क्या था? ले लिया leap of faith.
Day one of India's 21-day nationwide lockdown, 1.3 billion people are staying home in the biggest ever lockdown in the world.
So Jan 2020 में मैं YouTube क्रिएटर बन गई and March 2020 में लॉकडाउन हो गया. तब लोगों को समझ में आया कि सिचुएशन काफी गंभीर है. That was the time when people understood कि secondary source of income is a must. They wanted to learn all these jargons in a very simplified manner, and maybe that's where they landed on my YouTube channel. सारा नॉलेज YouTube के एक क्लिक पर अवेलेबल था. चैनल के सब्सक्राइबर्स भी तेजी से बढ़ रहे थे. डेली 2 लाइव स्ट्रीम्स किए. लोग उनके क्वेश्चंस पूछते गए, उनके पेन पॉइंट्स मुझ तक लाते गए. मैं उनके सॉल्यूशंस जितने हो सके मैं उनको दे रही थी.
कशा आहे तुम्ही?
एक मराठी लेडी ने मुझे एक वॉइस नोट भेजा था एंड शी सेड दैट आई वॉच्ड योर यूट्यूब वीडियो एंड आई कुड एक्सप्लेन दैट वीडियो टू माय हस्बैंड. दैट मेड मी रियली हैप्पी. एंड वो एक पॉइंट था जब मुझे मेरे व्यूअर्स को बताने की बहुत ऐसी इच्छा हुई थी कि प्लीज मेक द वुमेन इन योर फैमिली अंडरस्टैंड दैट फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन इज इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर देम. सो जो फाइनेंशियल मूवमेंट एक चालू किया था दैट स्टार्टेड गेनिंग रिकग्निशन. जिस न्यूज चैनल को देखते देखते मैं बड़ी हो गई थी, उसी सेम न्यूज चैनल पे इंटरव्यू पे जाना एंड आई वाज लाइक ये आई एम गोइंग टू बी ऑन टीवी. बट जो दिल को छू गया दैट वाज द रिस्पांस ऑफ माय यूट्यूब सब्सक्राइबर्स व्हेन आई अपलोडेड दैट वीडियो ऑन माय चैनल. प्यार की बारिश तो हो रही थी कमेंट सेक्शन में, बट एक बात जो एक सब्सक्राइबर ने बोली, वो बोले कि आज मुझे ऐसे फील हो रहा है कि यार मेरी बेटी टेलीविजन पे आ गई है. इस यूट्यूब जर्नी ने मुझे एक टीचर से एंटरप्रेन्योर बना दिया. Sometimes I do hit a roadblock. तो ऐसे scenarios में I just walk into my study room, sit down, relax, close my eyes and start thinking कि इसका solution क्या हो सकता है. Thanks to YouTube, मैंने मेरी इनकम में बस एक और जीरो ऐड कर दिया एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बहुत ज़्यादा जीरोज ऐड कर दिए मेरे YouTube फैमिली मेंबर्स में. मुझे इस फाइनेंशियल मूवमेंट को जितना हो सकता है उतना मुझे आगे बढ़ाना है. होल पर्पस इज लोगों को समझाना है कि ये फाइनेंस कुछ रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. पीपल शुड टेक मोर कंट्रोल ऑफ देयर फाइनेंसेस और तभी तो अपनी लाइफ का कंट्रोल ले पाएंगे. द होल थॉट प्रोसेस इज टू मेक इंडिया मच मोर फाइनेंशियली एजुकेटेड. ठीक है गाइस, आज मार्केट देखा, आई एम श्योर यू माइट बी लाइक असक काय. Hey folks, see Rachna Ranade here and I welcome you all to another live stream.
I hope you all were able to see it, and आप लोगों को कुछ मतलब यहाँ पे message take away हुआ हो. The whole idea was like, if you see, she's a content creator, she made content, but as the topic says, right, likes to legacy. She also is building some amazing campaign. Her message is like, okay, can I empower women with finance education? Then the second route that she was taking in the video that you might have seen, right? How we can all become financially independent. Third probably is like, how can you have a side income? So if you see, her content is not just about, okay, this information, but she's also connecting with human emotions, or big opportunity that exists today in the market. So that's what I'm going to talk. I think she explained it really well, and my work is now easy. I'll just give you a brief overview on how we can approach this topic, and then we can take questions. I'll cover 4 topics. I hope, Shweta ma'am, English is totally fine, and like if you want me to mix English and Hindi, both.
No, it's
Uh,
fine. You can speak in English, or if you want, you can speak in mixed language as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we are gonna do like 4 broad topics. One is overall creator economy, क्या मतलब क्या category, क्या industry size है. What are the personal brand foundations, platform strategy across multiple social media, monetization and legacy building. See, overall, the numbers of creator economy are rising. काफी सारे creators हैं आजकल 80 million. Internet users is 700 million plus, so it's a huge opportunity. And the value of this economy is 2,200 CR. It's a big number out there. A lot of brands today are interested to work with creators. One of the things as a marketer, which I can say, um, earlier celebrity was the way to put an advertisement, like let's put a celeb in a campaign. But now all brands want to associate with creators, because the authentic storytelling comes from creators, right? वो आप जैसे और हम जैसे लोग हैं जो शायद एक प्रोडक्ट के बारे में बता रहे हैं, तो मे बी कंज्यूमर ज्यादा बिलीव करता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई द क्रिएटर इकोनॉमी इज ऑन सच अ बिग राइज. There is relevance, and there is a lot of, like, now reverse phenomena हो रहा है. पहले ऐसा होता था creators wanted to be a celebrity. Now what's happening is celebrity are coming on YouTube. So if you see, a lot of them have started their YouTube channels now. A lot of cricketers have started their channel. And like, for example, Bharti is there, Farah Khan is there, who is now a very big YouTuber. And then we have Sonakshi Sinha, a couple of these actresses also coming to YouTube. And Amir Khan recently actually launched his channel. So there's a reverse phenomena that's happening where celebrities are coming to YouTube, right? And if we have to come on like कि ये कैसे होगा, right? Like it sounds really exciting, but how is it possible? So there is simple formula that is 5C, right? Like आप कितना clear अपना channel या फिर अपनी brand, कोई भी platform, it doesn't have to be on YouTube. What do you stand for? And we'll come to the personal branding topic as well. So one is you need clarity. What do you want to be known for? You can't do like I'll do everything content. Then you are known for nothing. So you need like that clarity. You need consistency. You need to show up every day, regularly, with intentional content, right? And then third is how can you be more authentic? If you make fake content, or if you are like, users are very smart. If they feel like this is not real, this is something just a false portrayal of things, they really catch it very quickly. Then the fourth and fifth are definitely creativity and connection. A lot of creativity is where people really get hooked onto. Like India's biggest YouTube channel, which has got 76 million subscribers, is a channel in south of India. The channel doesn't make content in English or Hindi, and they just make family vlogs. So but they have creativity, they have like comedy in it. So couple of those are great ideas. And then of course connection with your audience. Your audience wants to learn and hear from you, and also want to be recognized. So you need a both way communication, right? If I just quickly look into what are the platforms out there, of course, Instagram. I'm sure most of you are on Instagram. That's the place where you can drive discovery. YouTube is the place where you can build a little bit more authority, where you can make way more trusted content with your audience. And then LinkedIn is where for your own career. I would highly encourage, even if you don't do 1 and 2, do number 3 for your own career as you get into the job market. Start making your LinkedIn profile very strong, build a strong community, pick up some topics that you want to know known for. At least make an attempt to post. I'm trying to post every day, but I'm not successful. So I'm like, okay, every 2 or 3 days I'll share something on LinkedIn. So you really need to build your LinkedIn profile. Just in terms of the timeline, right? Like, what is it from a timeline standpoint? Hi, I'm getting a call. Shweta, are you there?
I'm there. Actually, there's some kind of disturbance from your side.
There's some disturbance from my
Static
side.
disturbance is coming from your side.
Okay. Um,
Maybe
is
आपका
it
माइक पास में है या फिर फैन वगैरह किसी की बहुत तेज आवाज आ रही है.
okay? Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Cool. So the content strategy timeline that you can focus, right? First is the discovery phase where you like, what do you want to write about? Do you want to write about the things that you study? Do you want to write about campus life? Do you want to create content around exams? Do you want to create content about a subject that you like? There are a lot of like these education content channels where some professor used to make videos for their students and they started posting on YouTube, and eventually everyone loved it the way the professor explained solutions. So it could be any of those things, and you need to have that discovery phase. Once you have done that, then you need to have month, third, and fourth. You can start building your community. Understand कि आपकी ज़्यादातर audience कहाँ से आ रही है, बच्चों से आ रही है, parents से आ रही है, what is the age group that's coming to you. Then you need to like, okay, maybe I need to make this kind of content for this audience. So you have to actually discover that. And then month 5 and 6 is where you start growing, and month 7 you probably are able to monetize as well. This is not a hard timeline, but this is how a general journey of a creator is. And I think the previous speaker was also talking right about Gen AI. You need to give 1 year or 2 years. You need to give everything that you do a little bit of time and commitment, and that's definitely a creator journey also demands, right? Like, yeah, there is this monetization framework, long-term brand equity, right? Like, it's all about, and आप लोग भी बहुत ये सोचते होंगे, right? It's all about virality, but actually it isn't. It's about how much value you can provide to a someone who is listening. अगर मैं सेशन में अगर आपको वैल्यू नहीं मिल रहा है, why were you all listening to me, right? So definitely that value addition, and that's how products are designed. At Google, we always talk about how we are making people's life simple. That's the whole idea of technology. So even for content creation, it's about what value addition I'm doing to someone else's life. Then content strategy. Do you need like create evergreen content? लाइक ऐसा नहीं है कि एक स्पीक आया कि इस पे मैंने बना लिया. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल इंडियन कंपेटिटिव एग्जाम्स, करियर गाइडेंस, document your journey, build a library of or series. People love content series, right? Versus just going for one video. That's something you can take on to. Build your network. Maybe like whatever content. If you're making beauty content, then you need like fellow peers of beauty content creators. If you are building like education content, then you need that network. कौन कौन लोग हो सकते हैं. Skill development, of course, with AI, you need to really develop your skills, build a portfolio for yourself, case studies, mentorship. So these are few of the ideas. And yeah, so this is one thought that I thought I'll leave you all with, right? Your personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And as a student creator, you have the power to shape that narrative authentically. Remember what I said, right? If you are known for you need to be known for something. What is that one unique thing about you? And if you learn it sooner than later, corporates में जाके, job world में जाके भी यही problem होती है. आजकल कोई भी काम कर सकता है. Like there is everyone who can do one task from A to B to C, but it's about like what is unique about you. Are you like a strategic thinker? Are you like a people's person? Are you very collaborative? So all those aspects come into the play. So this is about like content creation, and of course, I hope this was value addition to you guys. Last point I wanted to talk about was personal branding. Not just अगर आपको content creator नहीं बनना है, तो other thing which I will encourage you as a marketer is build a brand, right, for yourself. Who are you? What are you known for? What do you like the most? And what people should remember you when you walk in the room, or like if you are known for nothing, then probably people won't remember you. So as you get into the corporate world, this is something which I would really, really encourage, and you need to start working on it today. Maybe I think there are some years when you start your corporate journey, but start building onto it. कि मुझे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर बनना है, मुझे AI एक्सपर्ट बनना है, मुझे लाइक हो सकता है आपका जॉब बिल्कुल अलग हो, बट दीज होलिस्टिक स्किल सेट विल बी ऑफ वैल्यू, राइट? क्या मैं बिजनेस स्टडी कर सकता हूँ अच्छी तरह से? कैन आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द लेवरेज, what is the how to arrive or how to launch a product. So even if like these aspects that you study will be very, very helpful, and you'll be known for them. Okay, that's all I wanted to share. If there are any questions, I can take them.
Dear students, if you have any questions, you can write down in the chat. Chat is open for all.
How do AI companies sell their products or services? How do they earn revenue? And what is the typical structure of an AI company that makes it profitable or leads to losses? So currently the AI companies, I think you meet by AI products that are there in the market: Gemini, ChatGPT, Gamma, Imaginify. All of them have subscription model. Even Canva, for that matter, is a subscription-based model where they are asking people to pay 2,000 rupees for annual fee. So that is how they are earning. I think this space is still evolving. We will see an evolution on how, we'll definitely see an evolution if there are like similar to Google search, if there are any monetization that will happen in the app. So right now that's how it's working. I hope that answered your question. How your YouTube journey started? I'm not a YouTuber. I work at YouTube at Google. I don't know if you all know, YouTube is part of YouTube is one of the Google's products. So I work there as a product marketing manager. Okay. क्या है? Mohit, you're saying that कि दोनों चीजें एक साथ नहीं हो पा रही है. I would say I work in a corporate, and we are all able to find out. It's all about the time that you can make. I know studies are very, very important. If you're not able to do it, it's fine. Maybe you start your journey and build your brand on LinkedIn. Post on LinkedIn is very easy, not a video creation. So do something outside, share your voice and share your thoughts, so you'll understand like how you can share your perspective better. At top on internet you can get to shine, ma'am. Okay. So, Shivam, that's a great question. Classrooms में सबसे बड़ा tech change क्या होगा? AR, VR या AI based teaching? I definitely think AI based teaching. It's already happening. अगर आप Gemini के through पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे हैं, then it's a big miss. Gemini can actually easily explain lot of things to you in a much more simpler manner. आप जेमिनाई से वॉइस पे बात कर सकते हैं, उसको वीडियो पे कैमरा शेयर कर सकते हैं. आई डोंट नो आप सबने ट्राई किया है कि नहीं किया है, बट गूगल जेमिनाई इज डेफिनेटली one of the best tools out there. You should definitely understand. Best platform for organic marketing. I mean, you if you go on Google, it will give you a lot of answers on what's the best platform for organic marketing. आपके हिसाब से okay. Wow, Lalit, that's great if you have done 5,000 subscribers. Keep making content. Hope you're not stopping there. Is it hashtag role? So hashtags definitely help you get found or discovered on YouTube or any social channel. LinkedIn also has hashtag. Instagram has recently made an announcement ki hashtag se kuch nahi hota. So that's, but for YouTube, I think you can definitely follow that. And but it's all about the good title. How I make videos, video banana bahut aasan hai. Like, I think you should just try and experiment. बहुत लोग vlogging करते हैं, so you can just like put the camera on, talk to the camera. So that's how you do. If you're not good in videos, then definitely LinkedIn is a text-based platform. सबसे बड़ा cyber threat क्या है? Phishing या AI generated deepfakes? That's a good question, Shivam. Definitely, like these are big threats, and apart from that, we can't say which one is big. I think the moment you get impacted by it, that becomes the biggest. All of these, the way technology is advancing, I think cyber threats are also advancing, and all of us need to be very, very alert. Be careful. I did a campaign on safety, internet safety, which I think Shweta ma'am talked about. The whole idea was Raho do kadam aage. So that was the campaign I did. How you can stay scammers se do kadam aage. And कोई भी unknown message, कोई भी unknown link, कई बार गूगल पे भी लोग सिर्फ टेक्स्ट लिख देते हैं और लोगों को लगता है पैसे आ गए. So please don't fall for any of those scams, and don't fall for any video calls asking for money. Please do check. Students use AI tools to build their own personal brand. Yeah, that's a great question, Ayushi. I think you can use any of these tools to say that, hey, here is like I'm Ayushi. I do like XYZ. Can you suggest what type of content, what content topics I should create content on? Then the AI tool Gemini will definitely give you a lot of ideas. It could be ChatGPT, it could be any of those tools, but the AI tools will be able to give you like what are the content creation topics that you can touch upon. And it can then also help you, like Canva is a great tool where you can convert text to images very easily with help of AI. So if you don't want to make videos, you can just do like image content as well. You can also do written content, as I said, on LinkedIn. Okay. So a lot of questions around YouTube on earning, CPM, RPM. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to share that in this forum. You can definitely look for that on Google because that's sensitive information. What are the significant roles of product marketing manager, and what are the cons that product manager face? So product marketing manager is a role itself. So I am a product marketing manager, Muskan Kumari. I don't know what you meant by that question. But yeah, product marketing manager is a role itself, just like brand manager is. Product marketing manager is the one who is managing a particular product, just like, for example, Pepsi has a brand manager. All of these FMCG goods have brand manager. जैसे Pepsi का हो गया brand, Cadbury का हो गया. Similarly, in the tech world, we have product marketing manager. Like I'm the product marketing manager for YouTube, so I need to know everything about YouTube and to drive user base, to drive more creations with help of creators. What are the cons that product manager face? No cons, a lot of work. So that's pretty much. More attract to more people. YouTube, is it good or bad? Tarun, yeah, you need a good thumbnail because thumbnail is the first thing that any viewer will see. So please add a good thumbnail in your videos. So Khushbu, great question, by the way. So for everyone's knowledge, Khushbu's question is, AI generated models are being made very fast and people are also liking them. So what impact can this have on real life content creators, and will this bring any change? So see, our whole philosophy right now is this should help enhance productivity. This should help creators to create more content faster. AI will do that. Your content is still yours. you are writing the prompt. I hope all you know what is a prompt, right? So you are the one who is giving the prompt. The content is yours. The output is yours, and how you make it personalized is something which you can do. AI will just help enhance creativity. It will never replace creators. What's the best content for students to start their YouTube journey? Yeah, blogging, someone's like saying that sounds so good. You can, it all depends on you. What does interest you? You can make content about some of the subjects that you study, anything that you like. So it could be about competition exams, it could be anything that you really enjoy and have deep knowledge about. Shivam, that's good question. The hope is the language barrier should go away, not just in India, but outside of India. Because India may definitely, there are many languages, and that's if AI is able to help all of us to do translation so quickly, nothing like it. Okay, I think those were all the question, Shweta, that I could answer. Anything? I hope this was helpful.
Yes, the session that you took was very much helpful. One question, like I want to ask, like you have received over 70 plus awards. So what mindset or habits help you consistently perform at such a high level? So if you can guide our students.
Yeah, I think I touched upon it, right? It's all about, um, are you driven? It's your determination. If you have that determination and you want to really succeed in life, then nothing can stop you. And so that is one. That's my mindset, right? Always giving my 100%. If I'm doing something, a project that's being given to me, then I will dedicate 100%. If I'm unable to because of timing, bandwidth constraint, then I don't take up the project. So that's my fundamental rule. And that's what I'll say ki, if you're doing something, if you're a basketball player, then give your all. If you are like, don't be half-hearted about things. So that's like my mindset that I usually follow. Apart from that, the awards are also a reason because as people will, as I'm sure students do group projects, when you are in a company like Google, you work cross-functionally a lot. So I'm very good at ensuring that I get some work done with my other teams, not just directly of my teams, and how I can drive larger business impact with help of different business teams. So that is something which I believe in. I that led to like such awards. Yeah, I hope that answered your
Yeah.
question, Shweta.
So the session was quite good. It was so much informative and interactive as well because students have asked a lot of questions. So thank you so much for your time. And I, on behalf of the entire WCTM family, express my heartfelt gratitude to you for such an insightful and inspiring session. Your talk has helped us look at digital branding in a new light, not just as a race for likes and followers, but as a journey of building authenticity, trust, and long term impact. The real world example you shared from your work at Google and YouTube, from empowering creators across India to leading major campaigns and summits, have been have given us valuable lessons on how creativity, strategy, and consistency come together to shape a lasting digital legacy. We are truly grateful for the time and effort that you took to guide our students. Your journey of managing campaigns worth millions, winning numerous accolades, and building strong brand narratives has deeply inspired our students to dream big and act with purpose. Once again, thank you so much for your valuable time. We look forward for many more sessions with you in future as well.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. And I think I didn't mention that I come from a fairly like small city, just like many of you in Rajasthan, Udaipur. And like it was always about giving your hard work. And I studied really hard for my MBA. I did my undergrad in Udaipur itself. So I would say like no matter where you are, where you come from, you can still like find your way to big companies, to careers that really are inspiring if you keep at it. And I think just like content creation is about consistency, you need to keep working hard at every stage of life. Definitely during the years you study, you need to work really hard to get that. At your time at the college, please do a lot of extracurriculars along with the studies. Make sure that you are taking part in college fest, running some committees, or driving some sponsorships for events. Sponsorship is again very good work stream, and in future, because it shows that you can drive business. So that's what I wanted to leave you all with. I hope it was helpful. I've also left my LinkedIn ID on chat in case if anyone wants to stay connected. Please feel free to reach out to me there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Akshita.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a lovely time. Wishing
We
everyone all
also
the
had a
very
lovely
best.
time. We had a lot of information shared from you. So you guided
Yeah.
our students very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll exit the call, which I'm trying to figure out how, but I'll go.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Dear students, our next speaker, Mr. Shubhajit, is just about to join us. He is AVP at Accenture, and he would be talking on futuristic smart technology landscape. So he's joining in 1 or 2 minutes. Till then, if you have any questions, you can write in the chat regarding the college, regarding 15th. Students, our next esteemed speaker, Mr. Shubhajit Bhattacharya, have joined us. Good morning, sir. Am I
Good
audible?
morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Shraddha ji.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Dear students, before sir takes the session, let me give a brief introduction about him. Dear sir, it's my privilege to introduce you as one of the esteemed speakers for today's orientation program. Sir will be sharing his insights on a fantastic topic, that is futuristic smart technology landscape. Mr. Bhattacharya is an Associate Vice President, Innovation Principal at Accenture, where he leads innovation and future technology solutions under growth and strategy with a focus on AI enablement, digital transformation, and next generation automation. Over his 20 plus years of experience, he has worn many hats. He is an innovation coach, entrepreneur, academic advisor, author, life coach, and a thought leader. He began his career as a full stack developer at Microsoft, and since then, his journey has been marked by remarkable achievements. He has served in leadership roles at Accenture, Bank of America, TCS, IBM, driving large scale innovation and transformation programs. Beyond the corporate sphere, Mr. Bhattacharya has made significant contributions to academia, innovations, ecosystems, and government initiatives. He is a distinguished regional mentor of change at Niti Aayog, a startup advisor for Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and a mentor for Startup India under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. He also serves as an honorary member of the Advisory Council of Harvard Business Review and sits on advisory boards of leading universities. His exceptional contributions have earned him numerous accolades, including the Gem of Mentor India by Niti Aayog, Mark Spotlight Leader by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. He was also invited to the G20 summit to address the Bangladesh delegation on innovation and entrepreneurship. Today, as he takes through the futuristic smart technology landscape, he will help us explore how emerging technologies, AI, and innovations are shaping industries, career, and societies. Dear all, please join me in welcoming our esteemed speaker, Mr. Subhajit Bhattacharya.
Thank you, Shraddha ma'am, for such a beautiful introduction of mine. Thanks a lot. Good morning, all. Good morning, all the students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so the students can also interact with me in between, or they can just message me over this one, like.
So they
can ping me over message.
Yeah, they can interact over the chat.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, students. So I'm going to share my screen first to walk you through a few things. Shraddha ma'am, is it visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible. Yeah, we can see the PPT.
Okay, great. So first of all, congratulations to all the students as you are going to start a very new chapter in your life. And now you are part of one of the most esteemed institutions. And I believe, like, after your completion of your degree, what I understood, like, students are from BBA, BCA, maybe BTech, MBA. So all the students are over here. And certainly, like, your completion of the degrees may vary from each other, but that doesn't matter, because ultimately it is the way, like, how you are basically going to shape your career, what you are basically planning to do in your life, and how this institution is contributing in an important aspect in your life, so that you will gain the skills, you will gain the expertise while you will be in the academia, and by the time you will be facing the interview, you will basically be able to crack the interview easily. So ultimately, the goal is how you will be futuristically ready for the industry, and not only for the industry, but professionally, how you will be ready for a profession, whatever be the profession you are going to select as per your interest. Maybe many of you would like to go for industry, many of you would like to go for higher studies, few of you may like to continue with your family business, few of you may like to start your own enterprise, and there will be a little number of people who may be looking forward for some government jobs as well. So I will cover different aspects and different career aspects, and then following to that, it will be open for your question as well. So today I'm going to cover a very interesting topic, the futuristic smart technology landscape. We will basically looking into the tomorrow's world, like how future will basically get shaped over a period of time, and how we will be dependent upon the technologies to much extent. So far, we are very much relying upon the technologies in our day-to-day life, but as things are changing, as you have seen that in the past 3 to 4 or 5 years, many things have got changed. Even many new tools and applications have been introduced, and we are very much um, 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 immersed into those applications or the technologies in our day-to-day life. Maybe like if we talk about the simple example I'm taking as chat GPT. So although like you have started this journey like in the institution, but I'm sure like you must have used chat GPT for several purposes, maybe to compose something, compose a kind of article, or maybe you might have used chat GPT to draw an image with your imagination. Some of you might have used the generative AI video creation. So there could be innumerable things which you can do with the help of the technologies, and especially with this generative AI, wherein you only need to understand what is prompt and how to write some compelling prompt so that it can give you the best result out of the query what you are writing onto the console. So before I should go with the topic, I would like to cover one important point for you who is a student. So in Indian culture, a student has been given a very important position in the life. Normally, our life has been divided into 4 different stages, like brahmacharya, then grihast, then vanprasth, and then sannyas. And this brahmacharya phase of life is very important, and this has been defined in a very wonderful way in Sanskrit. Kaka cheshta bako dhyanam swana nidra tathe alpahari grihatyagi vidyarthi panchalakshanam. And trust me, if you can adopt all these 5 integral characteristics of a student, it is not about the student life, but even in your profession also, you will certainly excel, even if you go beyond your career, like beyond the potential of your expertise. Kak chesta is simple, like we all have heard about the crow, thirsty crow, and it keeps trying until the result has been it has got the result. So you have to be very much focused upon like how to achieve, like you have to act as an achiever. Bako dhyanam, bako means the crane. So crane stands in one leg to catch the fish. So you have to ensure like how you can be very much focused upon the target, so that, and again at the same time you have to very much patient as well. So keeping the patience and again focusing upon the target, trying harder and harder to achieve the target. These are some of the things which you need to have. Swan nidra, swan means dog. The way dog sleeps, even a small noise or even small shift can even make the dog alert. So you have to be very much attentive as well. The world is very much volatile. Things are changing like anything. So you have to be very much alert. You have to be very much proactive on your way, like whatever you are doing. So currently you are studying, that's fine. So you should not have to just focus upon the study only, but at the same time, just go ahead, look around you, what all the new things that you can grab, and then write down somewhere so that in future you can very well walk through it, or you can again refer it and you can further get into the detail of it. So you have to be very much conscious about that one. Alpahari does not mean that you just have to have little food, but at the same time, hari means like what you are having, what you are grasping. So it can be whatever you are grasping through your senses, whether it is your tongue, whether it is your eyes, ears, nose, even touch. You have to be very much, you have to keep yourself very much reserved, very much balanced. Don't, if you say, if you got a good movie, so that doesn't mean like you have to watch the entire movie, entire series in a day, but you can very well break it up in multiple days, so that like you can very well utilize your time. Ultimately, you have to understand whether you are able to utilize your time, utilize your energy, utilize your effort, utilize your money, all those things. So this is very important part, how you can be alpahari, griha tyagi. You have come out of your comfort zone. You are no more at your home. Maybe right now, I'm not sure, but ultimately, when you will be coming down to the college, you have to come out of your home. Few of them might be day scholar, many of them might be there in the hostel. So just imagine the situation tomorrow when you will be going to your workplace. It may be within your hometown, it could be somewhere out, or it could be out of India as well. So you have to be very much mobile. So that is what the tag is all about. So you have to go out of, you have to come out of your comfort zone. At the same time, you have to be very much mobile as well. Wherever it is required, you have to travel, you have to be there. And then again, if required, then again, you have to travel somewhere else. So all these 5 major characteristics will build your the actual personality of yours, which will not only be helpful at the stage of student life, but at the same time it will be very much useful for the entire life as well, during your, especially during your professional life. All these things are very much aligned with the professional. These are not the panch lakshanam only for vidyarthi, even for the profession as well, a person who is into the profession. So now let's come down to our chapter. What is the futuristic smart technology landscape? So when we normally, I prefer to make this session interactive, so that I can also understand your perspective, and following to that I can share that one. But since you can only ping me onto the chat, so I will only talk about it. So we can take the question answer round maybe at the end if time permits. So the futuristic technology landscape, so it has been basically divided into 3 parts. So a world connected with intelligence. So today already we can very well see or witness that things are very much connected. We are using several devices. Those devices in turn are connected with some software. Those software is again connected with different devices around the world. And then while we are controlling the device, that signal is being sent to the software, and in turn that software is further redirecting the signal to different devices, and then only we can very well connect with each other. You can take an example of mobile, you can take any example, even your laptop as well, even the way we are not talking today. So like I am operating not directly onto the software, but with the help of a hardware, that is the laptop. And then I am getting connected onto Zoom. Zoom is a software. And at your end, you are basically connected to Zoom through your own system, maybe desktop, laptop, mobile, whatsoever be. This is how the connection is all about. We are going to see like there will be several autonomous systems that will be there, which will be able to think by themselves. We just need to share a couple of information with them. And again, like when I'm saying about information, about the data, you will be surprised to know that many of our data is already residing with several applications what we are using today. Even if you look upon into your mobile, you will see you have installed so many applications there. Every application is taking certain chunks of data from different portion. For some applications, you have given access to your contacts. For some application, you have given access to your media files. For some applications, you have given access to your mic and this one. So things are now very much, I would say, integrated in nature. They are very much transparent. So even though like we are talking at one hand, we are talking about the security, at the same time, we ourselves breaching the security while installing the application and giving the grant to them. And as soon we give the grant to them, automatically the applications can very well know retrieve or may get access to our data, and following to that, like it can do the needful job later in the part. Maybe right now we will not be able to understand what all the things that they are doing, but later on, as the intelligence will grow, so they will basically play around with our data and they will do the decision making things. So we will be basically relying upon the those information, and following to that we can take the decision. Or it may happen that the system will basically help us to decide. We normally call it as prescriptive, so prescriptive analytics. So it will basically prescribe. So just the way like when we visit a doctor, it first of all doctor diagnoses us, then it predicts maybe this sort of virus or this sort of things might have done and might have affected us, and following to that it prescribes, okay, you should do this, you should use this medicines and all those things. A similar way the system will prescribe you, and you can just have to follow the steps and the things will be done. So this is how the things are actually happening in the actual scenario. It will be more than gadgets. This is not about your smartphone or smartwatch. It is more of like how this digital ecosystem is going to build the entire landscape wherein we are going to stay in the future. So you will see like it may happen like now anyway, like most of you must have heard about intelligent glass or spectacles. So it may happen that you just have to wear a spectacle, and that spectacle is good enough to monitor your health, to show you the time onto the screen itself. So you just have to click, and on the glass automatically time will flash for some time, and it will for few seconds, and it will disappear. So things are going to change. It is not about the gadget, what gadget you are using. It is all about how you are shaping yourself as the technologies are actually changing by the time. So there was a time when we used to have those bulky what you call computer systems, or maybe those bulky telephone handsets. But as the time passed, we have seen that even you don't have to really carry your mobile phone even if you have this smartwatch. So in the smartwatch as well, there is a slot for the SIM. So you can very well insert the SIM, and you can very well have a call and all those things through the smartphone itself. So things are changing in that fashion, and very soon you will see, and in fact like Government of India has already started working upon the smart city initiatives and all. So you will see like the internet will be there across the city. You just have to come out, and still like you don't have to use your own data. So as soon you will come out, there will be an OTP that will be sent to you, your phone, and as soon you will give the OTP to the application, automatically you will be connected to the internet. And once you will be connected to the internet, then not only your location will be tracked, many other things will also be tracked. So you can consider that one from productivity or security perspective, but at the same time, yes, certainly your privacy may be compromised for some extent. In the healthcare segment, lots of new initiatives have been taken, even mainly in the area of surgery and all. So robotic arms and these AI technologies are being used at extent. So lots of things are happening around. The goal is to create more intuitive, automated, immersive, and responsive world that depends to our needs. That means, so currently you might have seen that so many technologies are coming, that there was time when we were talking about this machine learning, then deep learning, then NLP, natural language processing, then AI. Then after AI, we got to know about generative AI, now agentic AI, thereafter agnostic AI. Then their responsive AI, there could be multiple things that may come up, but ultimately the requirement is like how these technologies can be tailored in such a way that it can fulfill our day-to-day needs. This is the ultimate goal. And yes, there could be a time when we will be very much dependent upon the technology avatar as well. There will be avatar who will be there, maybe as a, I would say, soft, what you call, soft avatar, or maybe the hard avatar, just like the movie. I'm just forgetting the name of the movie. So I think he was a Shahid Kapoor was there. You must have all have watched that movie. I think the Kriti Shannon acted as a robot there. So that is quite possible. It is not anymore a story, but it is very much. It can very well be made realistic as well. So this is where like we are actually moving now today. What are all the key pillars for this smart technology? So we have basically divided these pillars into three parts. Artificial intelligence, this is the brain. Ultimately, in the brain itself, like whatever be the signals that are going there, so the brain actually processes those signals. So AI is something which will be acting as the brain. Internet of Things will be acting as the nervous system, because it is going to connect different devices seamlessly. So there could be, there are devices, maybe as I was talking about, my smart glasses will be there, smart watch will be there, smart ring will be there, even smartphone, all these laptops and all, everything will become smarter. And those things will be basically connected over the internet, over the web. So when I'm saying Internet of Things, it is not only about the sensors. There could be lots of many other things. There could be APIs and many things that which will basically connect your device to the web. And AI will basically, so when your device will be connected to these IoT or many other systems which can very well transfer the signal. So when I'm saying signal, it is basically the data. How your data can very well be transferred from your device to other device. And in between, this AI part will basically perform the reasoning part, the learning part, the reasoning part, and whatever be the output that will be basically passed on to the other device or to your device as well. And finally, the body, the robotics, the automation. So this is the body. Even though someone has a brain, someone has a nervous, when no body, then you will not be able to see at least that person. So ultimately, we need a body. Say, for example, you can take an example of Alexa or Alexa-like device, which can understand your words, what you are saying, your commands, and then based upon your command, it will basically connect you to the outer world. Say, for example, you want to listen to some classical Indian songs, maybe from Bollywood, but you don't know who were the singers, preferably. So it will basically, it has taken your command, it has connected outside to your network to check who are all those classical singers. It has found, say, Manna Dey is one of the classical singers who was associated with Bollywood. And then with AI, it will basically fetch the data from different sources, maybe from YouTube, maybe from other sources. And then it will basically ask you whether it can go ahead and can play a few songs for you. You may further say like, okay, I am not in a good mood, or I am in a good mood, and based upon that you select some of the top 5 songs, and then based upon your command, it will basically list down which all 5 songs is aligning to your mood, and following to that it will play the song. So this is how it is basically connected: the body, the IoT, and then the AI. So these 3 things are connected to each other. Now I have just taken a small example over here of Alexa or Siri, but you can very well extend that example from your own creativity, and you can just imagine like how things can be much more productive in the coming future. I'm just giving you an example. Smart refrigerator. Smart refrigerator is something wherein we are working currently. Every rack will be having certain sensory systems, and every rack is designated to have certain type of items, say maybe bread or egg or milk, like that. And in case it sees that the eggs are about to finish, the milk is about to finish, bread is about to finish, automatically it will send one alert to your mobile phone. It will send another alert to the nearby retail store which sells those items, and then it will basically connect both of you, and you will get a call from the seller that we got to know from your refrigerator that your bread is about to finish. Would you like us to ship the bread to your doorstep? Nowadays, what you have to do, like as soon you get to know, normally a reactive approach hota hai. So you get to know, okay, khatam ho gaya. Now you are no ordering it maybe through Blinkit, or you are going by yourself to purchase that one, but it will be very much proactive. The system will itself analyze what are all the things that are missing, and based upon that it will take the action and will basically help you to get the work done. You don't have to do anything, you have to stay back. What you are doing, you can just continue with your work. You will get an alert and you just have to say yes, no, just the objective part, not the subjective part thing. Chapter 3 is talking about the impact on our daily lives. What would be the impact on this? So obviously impact, you can say the impact could be good and bad, both positive and negative both, because it is the characteristic of technologies that every technology comes with a bundle of advantages as well as disadvantages. So from positive side, if I talk about, so these are some of the things which we can witness in the coming times. Say smart homes, devices that automate tasks, save energy, enhance security, all these things will be part of these smart homes. As I told you about no refrigerator, okay, over here, the refrigerator part is also there. So I just gave you the example of refrigerator, which can very well track the food inventory as well as suggest the recipes and all those things. So even the AC as well. So although like nowadays, like we already have those intelligent sense and all those things, but at the same time, going forward, all the electrical devices at home will be connected through your mobile phone itself, and you can very well see which of the electrical appliances are consuming maximum energy, and you can very well optimize them remotely itself, or you can even ask the application to take its own decision to optimize, and it will automatically optimize. So it may happen that it will switch off maybe the fridge at particular time, or maybe it will switch off particular lights and fans when you are not available, or so all those things can very well be done within the smart home appliances part. Connected cities is a further next step wherein technology will optimize the public services and infrastructure. All those things will be connected to each other. So say for example, just take say for example, smart traffic light. So just imagine, so in case you got a chance to be there in the Karol Bagh in the evening time. Normally in the evening time during the weekdays, we have seen that it's a congestion, so lots of congestion is there. So and normally the red light takes too much of time, and then many of the people try to jump the red light as well because of maybe they are in a hurry, or because of impatience and all. So like red lights, those red lights can very well be made smarter. So based upon the traffic and all, they can very well like reschedule the overall time period of the light. So maybe at the moment it is taking 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So that 60 seconds can be minimized to maybe 30 seconds. Or in case there is the traffic is not that much and you have to really make the things better. So you may increase the timing from 60 seconds to maybe 90 seconds, whatsoever be. So those things can very well be done. Even like smart ambulance, say for example, an accident might have taken place somewhere. The car is very much smart. So as soon there was an accident, so there was an alert that was sent to the nearby ambulance. So ambulance will come down to the spot. It will take the patient. As soon as it took the patient, automatically another signal will be sent to the nearby hospital that this accident took place. This is the patient whom we are carrying out. So that like rest of the logistics can be taken care by the hospital by the time the patient will arrive there. So this is also one of the best examples of the connected cities revolutionizing the healthcare. So as I told you, like in healthcare segment, we have already done a lots of things, and also we are doing many things over here. If you take an example from the corona, so many such AI-enabled applications were introduced during the corona time, which was able to diagnose whether a person is affected with corona or not. So those things were done. But even going further to it, we have seen the integrated medical devices wherein the doctor can very well sense the heartbeat, the blood pressure, the ECG part, all those things into one device itself. And now the second part is like those devices are now being made mobile. So like in your mobile device itself, those applications will be there, and there are certain devices, external devices that you have to put on your body for ECG and all those things, and that will be basically captured in your mobile phone. And then later on, you can very well refer that one to the doctor. You don't have to really go ahead and go to diagnostic center to do all those basic and preliminary checks. Those checks can be done at your home itself, and following to that, you can share those documents to the doctor for further diagnosis. Even the robotic arms for the surgery, this is also one of the best examples what we have seen today. Even the remote surgery. So remote surgery is something wherein the doctor is sitting remotely, but at the same time there are surgeons, but at the same time there are robotic arms which are doing this surgery, and the intelligence that are going inside is like what I am telling, what I am instructing, that is further being optimized by the system, and then the surgery is happening. So the things are happening in such a way that there will be no zero fatality rate at the time of the surgery and the critical operations of the patient. What is your role in this future? So your role, the most important role of yours is like you have to be very much upskilled. You have to upskill yourself. That is very important part. Secondly, you have to be an innovator. The future technology is not pre-written for sure. I'm not sure like what is coming down in future. It is you who know that like how you want to drive the technology in future. So you have to really act as a leader, future leader. You have to start thinking about new ideas. You have to develop the creative skills within yourself, and then you should learn new technologies so that like you can adopt those technologies, you can use those technologies to come up or to bring some new things or to introduce some new things to the world. So this is what the future is all about. You have to be interdisciplinary. So interdisciplinary means that in the earlier days, what happens, like if you are engineer and if you are from electrical background or electronics background or mechanical background or computer science background, it's fine. Like, okay, you are from computer science background, so you will be focusing upon the computer science. You are from electrical background, you will be focusing on electrical. But now things are changing. So even if you are from computer science background, or even if you are from electronic background, you have to be interdisciplinary. You have to learn other things as well. As I was talking about, three different parts of the future world: the brain, the nervous system, and the body. So you must have understood, like you have to understand everything. You have to have a basic understanding of all the domains whereas like you may have a good understanding of your engineering part. In case you are from civil, you should have a good understanding of civil, but at the same time, since you are going to build smart home, then you have to also understand the technological factor as well. So you have to think from that perspective. Even those who are pursuing their MBA or BBA, so it is not only about the business, but how you can use the technology into the business, because business is also being enabled by the technology. So you have to understand, or you have to learn how and what technologies can be best fitted for the given business. You might be good at finance, you might be good at HR, you might be good at maybe operations, or maybe at supply chain. So what technologies would be best fitted in these areas, and how those technologies can be implemented? What are all the past cases, or maybe I would say case studies. You have to go through those case studies. What are all the past achievements that have been done in different sectors, and you may have to go through the case studies, and following to that, you have to understand how you can implement them in your day-to-day life. Tomorrow you might be working with, say, Unilever. Now you have to understand, suppose P&G, Procter & Gamble, might have used certain application for its supply chain, and it has really given them a good benefit. Somewhere somewhere Unilever has not yet adopted that technology. So you have to understand, you have to learn whether there is a better technology or not, so that you will be competitive in the market, but at the same time, how you can implement that one in the given scenario, because supply chain for P&G could be completely different from supply chain of the Unilever. So you have to understand from case to case basis, you have to understand that one, and this is applicable to all. I would suggest it is the good time when BTech and MBA should work together. Not only BTech and MBA, even BCA and MBA. In case like you have MCA, then MCA, MBA, MCA, BTech. Likewise, so that like let it be interdisciplinary. Students should learn the not only the technologies but also the domains as well. So maybe MBA students can give the domain knowledge to the engineering students, and engineering students can give the technology learning to the MBA students, so that like it will be a proper handshaking between both the parties. And you have to be prepared, like develop problem solving skills, embrace continuous learning, consider how you can use technology to solve real world problems. So all these things, you have to be prepared for the future, what is coming down on the future. So future is very, very challenging, very competitive, very much volatile as well, but at the same time, it's promising as well. So in case you are well skilled, in case you are you understand the the business, you understand the domain, you understand the technology, you understand your requirement clearly, you will survive in the market. But if something goes down here and there, it may happen that there will be other competitors who are standing just behind you and may take your space. So you have to be very much competitive for the future. Just like the technology is coming up as a competitive thing, so you have to be also competitive. Will to skill, as I already told you, so you have to adopt that skilling part. So you have to keep yourself skilled, you have to upskill yourself, you have to work on yourself, so that you should be on demand. As I told you, like future is all about competitive. Just imagine, so there are so many universities across India, so many students are graduated. We don't have that much of job supply, to be very honest, like because we don't have that much of organizations as well across the globe, if we compare with the number of students across the world now. So across the world, so many students are there. As compared to that one, we don't have that number of the companies. And again, like even if we compare the companies, so we don't have that much number of job opportunities as well. So you have to make yourself very much vigilant and very much skilled enough that you should be on demand always. And just try to skill yourself in 2 or 3 technologies, 2 or 3 domains, so that like if one technology goes down, you can very well switch over from one technology to another. Or if one domain goes down, so you can very well switch over from one domain to another domain. I also call it as career continuity plan, CCP. So how you can ensure that your career will be continued, sustainable career. So you have to You have to plan your own career your own way. So this is your career, this is your interest, where you want to go, how you want to go, how you want to achieve the target. All those things you have to plan out, and accordingly you have to proceed in your career. Your skills will add value to your core knack. It will accelerate your future career prospects and all those things. There is one other thing which you must have heard about: learn, unlearn, relearn. I'm not sure about what is unlearn all about, because once you have learned something, it is not about unlearning, but you are basically updating yourself. You are basically relearning something of your. So like I would suggest, like, learn and relearn. Somewhere if you feel that, okay, what you have learned was wrong, just flag it off as, okay, no, I will not use this one, but rather what I have learned new, I will use this one. It is not, because like once something has gone in your mind, it is very difficult to erase it, because our mind is very much as soon it comes down something, it is like ROM, read only memory. You can't delete it. It will be there. It will be, unless until it automatically goes by its own. So you have to be very much keep yourself on a skilling path. This is again important thing, the entrepreneurial approach. You have to develop this entrepreneurial approach within yourself. You have to identify different problems. Post identifying the problems, you have to identify what are all the solutions that it can come up. You should, once the problem, you have identified the problem, you have to see like whether this is the right problem or not. It is not about the solution. Don't jump into the solution first. First see whether this is the right problem, the challenge that what you have identified, whether this challenge is actually realistic or not. If it is realistic, why this challenge is coming, what is the root cause of the challenge, and following to that, what are all the solutions that can come up with. And then identifying all the stack of solutions, which of the solutions are very much feasible to be implemented. Find the most optimal solution out of it, and then start building the solution. Maybe use some technology, use some other things, and based upon that you create the solution. Because nowadays even the recruitment has also gone into the entrepreneurial approach only. So we normally share the use case, we share certain cases, you have to look upon the case, and following to that you have to prepare the solution. This is how things are actually happening. So you have to build that entrepreneurial approach, how to get into the problem, how to identify the problem, how to deep dive into the problem, whether you are able to get into the root cause of the problem or not, and following to that, whether you are able to bring some new solutions out of it. And trust me, this will be basically a building block, or this will be a bedrock for you if in case you are planning to be an entrepreneur, startup entrepreneur. A successful startup entrepreneur is one who must have gone through the problem in detail. He must have gone at the foundation of the problem, and following to that he must have come up with the solution. आप in between अगर आप कहीं से भी आप problem आप निकाल देते हो, तो it may happen that it is half cooked. आप problem के अंदर तक गए नहीं है. जब आप problem के अंदर जाओगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि the problem which you have found earlier, that was not the actual problem. The problem is something else. So you have to get into that level to identify what is the actual problem, and following to that you have to identify what could be the best solution to address that problem. This is how you have to plan the entire thing, plan the entire roadmap, and then create a proper plan out of it, and then make that one as a project, and then execute the project from the planning phase to the execution phase, and then see what is the feedback that you are receiving, so that you can further improvise your solution, and then you can launch it to the market. This is how we are expecting the new generation to be, like Generation Z or Generation Alpha. So this is what we are expecting. Talking about your career selection, so it is completely up to you, where you want to go, whether you want to go for a regular job, it could be your corporate job, government job, family business, teaching professional, independent professional, independent freelancer, and also this is a kind of regular job sort of. You may also go for higher studies, whether maybe from India, outside India, it is completely up to you. Or maybe you can opt for some research work post your BTech, And finally, you may also opt for startup entrepreneurship. And this is something where even today, Government of India is also stressing the students or the young generation that they should start thinking about entrepreneurship. And enough funding is also being given by the Government of India. So I would suggest like all these things are in your plate. So you just have to identify, you just have to take the right card. So you may go with this regular job. So you take the card and you just focus upon it. And under regular job, what type of job you want to go for. So there is a myth that, okay, for government job, तो गवर्नमेंट जॉब अगर मेरे को लेना ही था तो हम बीटेक में क्यों आ गए या इसमें क्यों आ गए. It's not like that. So government job nowadays, government job has also got changed, and that is why like I also like to get into the with the ministries. So now government is also looking for this, as I talked about, smart city. अब smart city ठीक है, वो हो सकता कल होके वो Infosys के पास चला जाए या TCS के पास चला जाए. But just understand one fact, ये जो TCS के पास या Infosys के पास या किसी के पास भी अगर जाएगा तो ये खुद से तो वो लोग नहीं लेगा ना, इसको कोई देगा, वो टेंडर उसको कोई देगा. Who is going to give that tender? This is the government. This is the government infrastructure. So in case you are part of the government, just imagine that you will be having the entire visibility कि मेरे को city कैसा करना है, मेरे को ये infrastructure किस तरीके करना, मेरे को अगर if you want to make changes in the healthcare segment, so don't just think from one hospital perspective, Apollo hospital or something. You will basically thinking from the entire healthcare sector. So पूरे healthcare sector को हम कैसे change कर सकते हैं, and then you will give that project to maybe one of the companies. So just think from that perspective. You will be get a wider approach, like wider aspect, like you can very well go into those. And nowadays like government jobs are it's like lateral, so you can very well go ahead and this interview is there, you have to crack that interview and you can very well get into the government job. So like that. And in case you do have your family business, nothing like that, you can very well join your family business. You can strategize, you can plan how to grow the family business furthermore, how you can diversify the family business, and following to that, how you can create new opportunities so that you can recruit the students from the same institution. So you can do all those things. Regular job, higher studies and all, I believe like all these things. And startup entrepreneurship is anyway, it's a key thing nowadays. So and I know like not 100% of you, but many of you should have some sort of idea, some sort of goal or dream. Just try to achieve that one through these startup entrepreneurship program. I would suggest like in case college gives you the option for incubation centers and all, just go ahead and start building something of your own. You will see the change. You will see some sort of positive energy that is coming within you, and you are doing something best out of it. And it will also give you the opportunity to learn new technologies, because when you are going to start something, so it is, you may feel that okay, ye to aise ho jayega isliye, but as you will go ahead on your this one development of the product or the service, you get to know that okay, what I started with, I have to learn further more so that I can make the system much more strong. I can launch the system in such a way it can go beyond the scale. So all those things will come as you go ahead in this particular ladder of startup entrepreneurship. The concluding notes are like this. So as you are going to start a new phase of your life, and this phase is very important, and whatever you will be learning today, it will be there throughout your life. Certainly that is, as you say, like learn, relearn, those concepts will be there. But one thing is sure, that you have to be a learner. It's a lifelong learning. So you have to be a learner. You have to be collaborative and interpersonal. You have to develop that collaborative and interpersonal skills, including the soft skill and all those things. Clarity of understanding a matter. If I am giving you a case, you should have patience to read that case, and you must have a clarity on the matter, like what I have given you. You have to understand like what is this all about. You should be expressive and at the same time impressive as well. it is not that like I'm just expressing myself, but while I'm expressing something, I am impressive as well. Visionary, thoughtfulness, and problem solver, analytical and critical thinker, and most importantly, the innovative. So you have to be led by innovation. So you should have that innovative skill set, that entrepreneurial approach, all those things. So these are some of the things which you should adopt for sure. And as I told you in the beginning itself, that five Lakshan along with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 spokes. So for sure you are going to get success in your life. And it's not about this success at the time of recruitment. It's just a small thing. But when I'm saying life, your life is too long, and there will be so many opportunities that will come to your life, so many challenges that may come to your life, ups and downs will be there in your life for sure. So if you combine all these things in your life, you will see that your life will be very much solved, and you will be having clarity about what you are doing, what you are going to do. So both of the things we will be having clarity. So with this, I am going to this particular chapter, which will be taken by you all. That is the Q&A. So if you have any question, just feel free to ask me, or maybe you can ping me.
Students, you can write your questions in the chat. Chat is open for all. Dipanshu have written, what obstacles did you face in the early stages of your journey?
So there was no as such obstacle, I would say, but yes, normally. So Dipanshu, you are from which stream? You are from MBA or BTech or what?
BCA.
BCA, okay, fine. So normally what happens, so if you say you are from technology side, and even it is also applicable to MBA as well. So I'm talking in generally now. So when you are in the university, when you are in a college, you will get to learn many things, and you will develop interest and curiosity for that particular technology. For example, you are learning about AI, and you developed an keen interest about the AI. Now, at the time of interview, you crack the interview, you are now onboarded in an organization, but the type of role that you have got into the organization may not be the same as you had the interest. It might be something different. आपको टेस्टिंग का मिल गया प्रोफाइल, आप एआई से हो, आपने एआई किया, सब कुछ किया, बट आपको टेस्ट क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपने एकेडमिक में क्या किया वो बहुत ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं रखता है. इट इज ऑल अबाउट कि आपने इंडस्ट्री में क्या किया, उसके ऊपर आपको क्या एक्सपीरियंस मिला, वो सिग्निफिकेंस ज्यादा रखता है. तो हो सकता है आपको टेस्टिंग का मिल गया, नाउ यू मे गेट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, या मेरे को तो एआई में था, मेरे को मिल गया टेस्टिंग एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. Similar things have also happened with me as well. I was very much good at Microsoft technologies, but the very first one was like on Oracle apps. Initially तो मेरे को वो लगा कि यार बिल्कुल ही हम different track में जा रहे हैं. Although I chose that one, I want to go into Oracle apps because that was the ERP system, enterprise resource planning system, and during that time ERP was actually evolving. So it was little challenging for me initially to accept that one, क्योंकि आप जब एक चीज को आप adopt कर लेते हो, वहां से switch over करके दूसरे जगह में जाना वो थोड़ा सा difficult हो जाता है. So I took some patience, I started learning. तो ठीक है, लर्निंग वाला, क्योंकि मेरे को 8 घंटा मेरे को ऑफिस में देना है, 8 या 9 घंटे मेरे को ऑफिस में देना है, बाकी जो घंटे है वो तो मेरे पास है ना. So while I used to return back to my home, I used to work on to my code technology. Suppose if I am good at Microsoft, I start giving time to that technology. जो कुछ नया निकल रहा है उसमें, I used to give time. So with that, what happened? There was time when मेरे पास Oracle app was one of the skill that I have built, but at the same time, I was good at Microsoft technologies too. And then I approached my manager at that time, supervisor, and I told him that, okay, see, like my interest lies in these technologies, and I have done this type of projects in the past. Just give me some project. I will show you. I will show my credibility to you that this particular project I can very well deliver. And thereby I got new opportunities. तो मेरे पास अब एक टेक्नोलॉजी, so I was talking about CCP, no, career continuity plan. अब मेरे पास आप देखो कि मेरे पास Oracle apps तो बन गया, साथ ही साथ मेरा Microsoft का बनने जा रहा है, क्योंकि whatever I have learned that was done during my academic phase. Now I am transitioning into this one professional. अब वो मेरे को Microsoft वाला भी मेरे पास आ रहा है. You won't believe, like जब मैं Microsoft का, when I succeeded to deliver all those things, there was few new technologies came in, like JDeveloper and all those things. That was completely into J2E. Although I was aware of J2E because I had to learn Java and all those things during my academic period. So I switched over from Microsoft to Java for some time. And then I executed that project and I delivered that project. With that, I got 3 different technologies in my plate: Oracle apps, Microsoft, and Java. Now I had a complete flexibility. I can move anywhere. And as the time passed, so new technologies, new skills, new domains came into my plate, and I started learning onto it. So now the domain part, say for example, I have started from finance, and from finance I went into the healthcare. From healthcare I went into the retail, then supply chain. By this, now I can say, like today, I have, as of now, I have worked with more than 120 plus clients from different segments, whether they are from oil and gas sector, whether they are from PSU, whether they are from finance, BFSI, or maybe from healthcare and life sciences, or retail, or supply chain, even from travel. All those things I have already. So like from domain perspective, technology perspective, and management perspective. So now this thing. So this is what you have to learn. This is the skill that we have to learn, like how you can adopt as many things in your plate, and you should start digesting them. That is what the learning part. And then you should start applying them to other organizations, or in the same organization if you get chance to do that one. This is how like I proceeded in my life. Any other question? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Any other question?
Yes, sir. Students have written the question. Let me read it. So, sir, Anmol have written, sir, before joining any industry, should have information about which aspects of the industry are profitable or from which he can get more benefits. What should one do for the industry?
As you are in your initial phase of your career, I would suggest like you should look upon which industry will basically, or which organization will basically give you. So industry, so there is a difference between industry and the organization. So you have to see like which organization will give you the best knowledge, because this is the time when your experience will count. This is the time when you are basically building your experience. It is not about what is the revenue of an organization, or also it may happen that you will be part of one of the most growing organizations, say for example, or already grown organizations. Say for example, you can be part of Microsoft, you can be part of Accenture and all those things. That is possible. But at the same time, even if you are part of a startup, trust me, you will get more opportunities to learn. You will be getting more challenges. Those challenges will basically give you the opportunity to learn a lot, which can later be encashed in these big organizations to get a good position over here. अभी का जो टाइम है ना, जब आप फ्रेशर जब आप होते हो, तो even like for interns as well, I normally suggest, like in case you are doing the internship, go for the startups. डोंट गो फॉर नो बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। वो फेस चला गया, वो बहुत पहले चला गया, आज से 20 साल पहले वो चला गया, 15 साल पहले एटलीस्ट, कि लाइक हम लोग जो है वो बड़े किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के छत्र छाया में जाएंगे एंड इंटर्नशिप का वो रहेगा एंड दैट कैन वेरी वेल बी एनकैश्ड। अगर आज के डेट में आप किसी स्टार्टअप के पास जा रहे हो एंड यू कैन वेरी वेल शो that your credibility is saying that you have developed this particular application and now today this application has got these many subscribers, this is the overall usage of this application, you will be get more benefit out of it. So don't worry about ki brand abhi kya hai, it is more about like whether you will be getting a good opportunity to learn or not. Certainly brand will work अगर आपके पास एक स्टार्टअप है और आपके पास एक अच्छा ब्रांड है, so obviously you should go for the brand. बट इन केस अगर आपके पास पहला अपॉर्चुनिटी अगर आपको किसी स्टार्टअप का मिल रहा है एंड ऑल्दो यू हैव ट्राइड कि हाँ मेरे को ये ब्रांड मिले बट समहाउ यू कुडंट गेट थ्रू इट, डोंट गेट डिमोटिवेटेड, just go with what you do have currently and following to that, once you get maybe 2 or 3 years of experience there, now you start, क्योंकि अभी आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस भी हो गया, you do have your degree, maybe BCA, BTech, MBA, whatsoever be, along with that you have experience in the market, now you can very well encash that one. This is the approach you should have as a future.
So one last question. For students aspiring to enter careers in AI, automation, and digital transformation, what skills and certifications should they prioritize?
Certifications, there are several AI certifications are already there. कोई as such कुछ वैसा है नहीं AI का, but yes, like if you go for some standard certifications, then maybe like you can go for AWS AI certification or maybe Microsoft Azure AI foundation certification. You can very well go ahead with that one. From robotics perspective or automation perspective, in case you are interested in automation and all, you can learn some RPA tools like Automation Anywhere, UiPath or Blue Prism, and you can get certification from these organization itself. Say UiPath, like UiPath does have its own certification, then Automation Anywhere does have its own certification. So like what I would suggest, like there are two ways. First one is you get the certification from the core companies, say from, for example, from Microsoft, AWS, or all these technologies. That is one way. Second thing is like you can also go ahead for some professional learning. Say for example, Coursera se aap kuch kar lo, and you will get certification from maybe University of Michigan or University of Texas and all those things. Those things will be, so it is all about how you are building your assets, and these assets are intellectual assets, isn't it? क्योंकि the way like earlier पहले होता था ना कि आपके पास कितनी जमीन है, कितना ये है वो है, and this is how like this is how they used to build their asset. Now the thing is that like you can build your asset with these certifications from these core companies. Say Microsoft से मैंने कुछ कर लिया, कुछ मैंने AWS से कर लिया, कुछ मैंने Google से कर लिया. I have got these many certificates. Now along with that, I have gone ahead and I have done few more certifications from other universities too, remotely, say with Coursera or भी जो भी platforms हैं. So from there you have got few certifications. On top of that, I would always suggest, like it is, say when I'm saying like entrepreneurship, it is not only about कि आपको कोई startup setup करना है and all those things. It is not like that. You just start working on a project with the technology which interests you. Say for example, आप certification करना, वो कैसा होगा कि आपने लर्न किया, आपने रट्टा मारा, सर्टिफिकेशन कर लिया, यू आर हैप्पी, बट कहीं ना कहीं आपको अंदर में आपको खुद ही लगेगा कि मैंने ये कर तो लिया लेकिन मुझे नहीं पता कि एक्चुअल इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, और अगर कल अगर मेरे को एक्चुअल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना होगा तो आई एम नॉट श्योर कि हम इसको कर पाएंगे भी या नहीं कर पाएंगे. So while you will be having those certification, I would suggest you should go ahead and you start implementing something. That will be the biggest certification. Trust me, because in our time also we have done the same thing. We did the entire application developed from front to back end complete. That was the certification. That is what, like, at least in my case, I have shown to the recruiter. This is what, and it was like this much of thick. It is a kind of thesis. So the same thing, like you start working on a project. live project में आप करो या like that project may be from your own cooked ये project, that is fine enough. Start working on to it. आपको AI पसंद, आप AI में करो. आपको automation पसंद है, आप automation में करो. Whatever you feel. उसके बाद जब वो प्रोजेक्ट आपका बन जाएगा, that will be the rewarding point. Now once that is done, then you can publish that one onto the onto several public platforms as well, maybe on LinkedIn. So in the LinkedIn you can very well get the endorsement from several leaders, industrial leaders, that I have developed this one. Give your feedback, give your suggestion. If you feel that this particular application is good enough to be launched, you can very well launch it as well. And thereby you will see like how many followers are there, how many subscribers are there. You start that journey. आपको खुद ही पता चल जाएगा like how well you are basically learning. Certification की जरूरत नहीं है, to be very honest. If you are skilled enough, your work will automatically tell you like how much you are skilled. Certification का कोई जरूरत नहीं होता. After certain point, certification की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती. It is all about your work. What your words will basically act as certificate in itself. So this is how like this is what like I would suggest to each of you, all of you. Yeah.
There are no more questions now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for such
Thank
an
you.
informative session.
Thank you.
On behalf of WCTM, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for delivering such a thought-provoking and inspiring session on futuristic smart technology landscape. Your talk has given us a glimpse into how emerging technologies, AI, and smart automation are reshaping businesses, industries, and societies. The way you connected innovation with entrepreneurship, strategy, and future opportunities are truly an eye-opening for all of us. Your journey from a full stack developer to an associate vice president at Accenture and a mentor to global institutions and government bodies is an inspiration that shows us the power of continuous learning and visionary leadership. We are deeply thankful to you for sharing your time, wisdom, and experiences with us today. Your insights have surely motivated our students to stay curious, embrace innovation, and prepare themselves to be the leaders in the technology driven future. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. We look forward for many more sessions with you in future as well.
Thank you, Shraddha, and thanks all for listening me, and all the best to you all once again. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Dear students, our next esteemed speaker, Miss Plz Jain, have joined us. Miss Pal, can you hear me? Am I audible to you, Miss Pal?
Yeah. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. आप कैसे हो?
बस मैं भी ठीक हूँ. Students, before Miss Pal takes this session, let me give a brief introduction about her. Dear ma'am, it's my pleasure to introduce you as one of the esteemed speaker for today's orientation program. She's a dynamic HR professional with strong expertise in talent acquisition, employee engagement, and people development. She's currently serving as the head of human resources at Land Discoveries Private Limited Gurugram, where she leads the organization talent acquisition and retention strategies for one of the fastest growing real estate companies in the country. In her role, she has successfully hired and onboarded many employees across diverse functions and levels, fostering an inclusive workforce that aligns with the company's values and mission. Previously, she have worked with Gitanjali Homestate as a senior HR executive and with Technobucks as a human resource manager, where she managed employee engagement, performance management, and learning and development programs for over 200 staff members. Her professional journey began with an internship at Healthians, where she gained foundational experience in managing the employee life cycle, onboarding, training, and employee benefits administration. As an MBA graduate in human resource management, she combines strong skills in people management, skill development, CRM, and problem solving with a deep passion for HR and organizational growth. Her vision is to create meaningful employee-centric work environment with supportive business excellence. We are truly honored to have you with us today. Dear all, please join me in welcoming our esteemed speaker, Ms. Plz Jain.
Thank
Welcome,
you
ma'am.
so much for such a brief introduction about me. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'll just share the PPT once and just allow me 1 second. Yeah, is it visible? Is it visible?
No, it's not visible. Your screen is not visible.
Is it visible now?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yes. And now it is visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So the topic is building future ready career in real estate, adapting skills, technology, and mindset for the future. So, the introduction part. The real estate industry is changing rapidly with technology, sustainability, and customer needs. Building a future ready career means being adaptable, learning new skills, and staying ahead of trends. See, so the real estate is very fluctuate industry. Like as in, we can say, it is stable also and it is unstable also, in terms of the projects, in terms of the developers, in terms of the market. किस तरीके से मार्केट वर्क कर रहा है किस टाइम पे, एंड उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको वो चीज़ें अडेप्ट करके देन फिर आपको उस पर वर्कआउट करना रहता है. सो जो इसका फर्स्ट टॉपिक है जिसमें हम अंदर ब्रीफ में जाएंगे, विच इज़ लर्न टेक्नोलॉजी. इसमें हमने ये सारी एआई एंड अभी ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत ज़्यादा वर्कआउट करने लग गई हैं, तो हमने इन पे भी वर्किंग करना स्टार्ट किया है. इनके थ्रू हम अपने ब्राउज़र्स और ट्रेनिंग्स वगैरह इनके थ्रू प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जैसे यूज़ प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड डिजिटल टूल्स, वर्चुअल टूर्स एंड एआई इन प्रॉपर्टी सर्च, डेटा ड्रिवन डिसीजन मेकिंग. सो वर्चुअल टूल्स में मैं थोड़ा सा आपको ब्रीफ दूंगी. जैसे ही ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स और डिजिटल टूल्स हो गए जिनके थ्रू हम डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के थ्रू जैसे हम लीड्स वगैरह जनरेट करते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द लोकेशन एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रोजेक्ट. जिस प्रोजेक्ट पे जिस लोकेशन पे हमारा प्रोजेक्ट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लीड्स वगैरह निकालते हैं वहाँ के लिए. एंड इफ़ अगर मैं वर्चुअल टूल्स और एआई इन प्रॉपर्टी रिसर्च की बात करूँ तो वर्चुअल टूल्स लेट वायर एक्सप्लोर प्रॉपर्टीज ऑनलाइन विदाउट विजिटिंग फिजिकली. जैसे आपको आने का नीड नहीं है, बट एआई के थ्रू अभी टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसे हो चुका है कि आप घर पे बैठे बैठे उसको बिल्कुल फिजिकली देख सकते हो. उस तरीके से ऐसा अभी पूरा प्लेटफॉर्म उस तरीके से बनाया गया है. उसी तरीके से जो मैंने अभी आपको ब्राउज़र वगैरह बताया वो उसी तरीके से डिज़ाइन किए जाते हैं कि आप एग्जैक्ट जो वहाँ का डिज़ाइन जो बनाया हुआ है वो एग्जैक्ट आप देख सकते हो विदाउट विजिटिंग. क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो उस सिटी में नहीं है, वहाँ पे उस जगह पे अवेलेबल नहीं है एंड वो बाहर से विजिट करना चाहते हैं. जैसे अभी बहुत ज़्यादा गोवा के लिए हम लोगों ने वर्किंग स्टार्ट किया था. यहाँ से बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो बहुत सारे डेवलपर्स के जो गोवा में आ रहे हैं, तो उनको अब हर क्लाइंट गोवा से ही होगा. इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी. दिल्ली के, गुड़गांव के, बहुत सारी जगह के लोग भी वहाँ के लिए जाते हैं. तो हमने ये एआई का यूज़ करके आगे वर्कआउट करना स्टार्ट किया कि उनको एक प्रॉपर विजिबिलिटी एंड प्रॉपर डिज़ाइन मिल पाए जिसके अकॉर्डिंग वो एक बेटर आइडिया लगा पाए कि हमारा किस तरीके से वहाँ पे हमें क्या डिलीवर होगा. and data driven decision making. Real estate decisions are no longer based on intuitions. Data analytics tools track market market trends, property values, and rental yields and buyer behavior. Agents and investors can make smarter and faster accurate choices according to the customer need. So उस तरीके से इफ इसकी अगर मैं सेकंड पॉइंट पे आऊँ, थिंक ग्रीन। अभी ये बहुत ज़्यादा सारे डेवलपर्स वगैरह ने भी ये सारी चीज़ें इको फ्रेंडली करने के उसमें, कि इको फ्रेंडली होम बनाना है, इको फ्रेंडली चीज़ें करनी है जिससे चीज़ों में बहुत अच्छे से यूज़ हो पाए एंड थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिविटी रहे, तो उन सारी चीज़ों को लेके अभी ये बहुत सारा, तो डेवलपर्स ने भी सारी चीज़ें उसी तरीके से वर्कआउट करना स्टार्ट की है। जैसे इफ़ मैं गोवा की बात करूँ तो वहाँ पे तो प्रॉपर ग्रीनरी ही है। वहाँ पे अगर आप लोगों में से अगर किसी ने विजिट किया होगा अगर, तो वहाँ पे प्रॉपर ग्रीनरी है एंड लोग ज़्यादातर इको फ्रेंडली चीज़ें यूज़ करते हैं, ज़्यादा वैसा चीज़ें नहीं होती। तो growing demand eco-friendly homes, like buyers increasing prefer energy investment eco-friendly homes. Features like solar panels, rainwater harvesting and efficient इंस्टॉलेशन आर इन डिमांड। तो ये सारी चीज़ें अभी बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रेंड में चल रही हैं, तो डेवलपर्स भी इन पे ही वर्कआउट करके इन्हीं को ही सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो एक डिमांड एंड सप्लाई वाला चीज़ रहता है ना, जो डिमांड आता है वही हम सामने से सप्लाई करेंगे, तो is it is as it is. So knowledge of green building practicals. Real estate professionals must understand LEED certification, materials and sustainability design. Sustainable designs, like अभी हम ऐसा नहीं कर सकते ना, हम अपने अकॉर्डिंग कुछ भी बना के और डिलीवर कर देंगे। इट इज़ जस्ट लाइक कि जो सामने वाले को जिस तरीके से नीड रहता है, हम उसी तरीके से चीज़ों को डिलीवर करेंगे। वो सस्टेनेबल होना चाहिए, जैसे इको फ्रेंडली होना चाहिए एंड उनको अच्छा लगना चाहिए प्रोजेक्ट। वो तो आपके ऊपर रहता है। दो चीज़ें होती हैं कि जैसे आप कन्विंस करो एंड चीज़ को समझा पाओ अपने को, क्योंकि हर चीज़ हम दूसरे के हिसाब से भी नहीं कर सकते। कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं जो हम हमें समझानी पड़ती हैं, बट वो चीज़ें उस तरीके से हो नहीं सकती। तो चीज़ों में बैलेंस रहता है, आपको कुछ चीज़ समझानी पड़ेंगी, कुछ चीज़ें उनकी समझनी पड़ेंगी, देन रियल एस्टेट वर्कआउट करता है प्रॉपरली। सपोर्टिंग सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, अभी जो मैं आपको पॉइंट समझा रही थी, रियल एस्टेट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट्स अर्बन ग्रोथ एंड environmental impact. It's same. So the third point is ours, focus on people. Build trust with client, listen and personalized solution, guide buyers and investors. It's it's on both sides. Trust is a foundation of every real estate deal. Being honest, transparent, reliable help create long term relationship. It is not important that you are dealing with someone today and he will not give you profit tomorrow. It is always a टू वे पाथ। आज आप किसी को कोई चीज़ समझा रहे हो, उनको वो चीज़ दिला रहे हो, इफ़ इट इज़ फ्रूटफुल फॉर देम, so they'll refer their friends, their relatives, so they will help you in any way if you are good for them. So listen and personalized solutions is all the same thing. Every client has unique needs, बजट एंड लोकेशन, लाइफस्टाइल एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट गोल्स। हर किसी का अपना अपना बजट होता है, हर कोई अपनी अपनी नीड्स अलग अलग लेके आता है। वो आपको समझना है और उनको उस तरीके से वो चीज़ डिलीवर करनी है। गाइड बायर्स एंड इन्वेस्टर्स, इट्स बोथ फॉर देम। आप खरीद रहे हो किसी भी चीज़ को, तो आपको सामने वाले की भी चीज़ों को देखना पड़ेगा, इधर वो इन्वेस्टर हो या डेवलपर हो, उसने जो चीज़ बनाई है, अगर आपको वो चीज़ लग रही है दैट इट इज़ गुड फॉर योर बजट, इट इज़ गुड फॉर योर फैमिली एंड ऑल, एटमॉस्फेयर, सारी चीज़ें ही देखनी पड़ती हैं। इफ़ समवन कोई घर खरीद रहा है या फिर कोई बिजनेस के लिए कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट खरीद रहा है, तो इट इज़ बोथ ऑफ देम। इन्वेस्टर को भी बायर का नीड समझना पड़ता है एंड नीड सेम चीज़ जो आपका बायर है उसको भी इन्वेस्टर के अकॉर्डिंग कुछ चीज़ें वर्कआउट करनी ही पड़ती हैं. मार्केट नॉलेज एंड नेटवर्किंग इन रियल स्टेट. सो मार्केट नॉलेज एंड नेटवर्किंग, stay updated on property prices and loans, learn investment rates and network and keep upgrading skills. So first point is stay updated on property prices and loans, because क्या रहता है ना यहाँ पे, अभी आप कहीं पे भी देखोगे देयर आर सो मैनी ब्रोकर्स इन द मार्केट. सो द प्राइसेस, जब तक आपको प्रॉपर चीज़ें नहीं पता होंगी और जब तक आप उनके प्रॉपर प्राइजेस वगैरह कि क्या डिस्काउंट चल रहा है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें ये रहती कि जो जो आपको डेवलपर प्राइस दे रहा है उस प्राइस से काफ़ी ज़्यादा में आपको ब्रोकर कोट कर देता है. एंड इफ़ यू हैव ज़ीरो नॉलेज अबाउट द प्रॉपर्टी, अबाउट द प्राइस, अबाउट द लोकेशन, तो वो आपको उस चीज़ में, ऑब्वियस सी बात है, वो आपको नेगेटिवली, बहुत सारे लोग इस चीज़ को नहीं सोच के चलते ना कि हम आगे इनके साथ रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड करना चाहते हैं. दे आर जस्ट लाइक एक बार काम किया, हमारा काम हुआ एंड दिस फिनिश. तो आपको अपडेटेड रहना पड़ेगा अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्राइस एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रॉपर्टी लोकेशन एंड ऑल. एंड लोन्स का रहा तो लोन्स हर किसी प्रोजेक्ट में लोन नहीं दिया जाता है. जैसे कमर्शियल, मेनली कमर्शियल जो प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं उसमें कुछ परसेंटेज होता है, उसी के बाद आप लोन ले सकते हो. कुछ में ये सारी चीज़ें होती हैं कि एक पर्टिकुलर जब कोई चीज़ होगी तभी आप उसमें आगे जाके लोन अप्लाई कर सकते हो. कुछ परसेंटेज पे, 50 पे, 70 पे ही आप लोन ले सकते हो. कुछ आपको 30 या 40%, 10%, 20%, वो डिपेंड करता है डेवलपर के ऊपर कि वो कितना आपसे स्टार्टिंग का बुकिंग अमाउंट ले रहे हैं एंड किस किस टाइम पीरियड के अंदर ले रहे हैं. तो जो लोन रहता है वो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग सेंक्शन होता है आगे जाके. Real estate value change frequently. Professional may track property prices, interest rates, and loan options to guide clients effectively. Learn investment trend, understanding emerging market rental yields and buyer preferences help independently profitable opportunities. लर्न इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रेंड्स अकॉर्डिंगली. जैसे जो भी मार्केट में रेंटल ट्रेंड चल रहा है या फिर बायर की, या फिर मार्केट में क्या एमर्जिंग चल रही है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हमें जो बायर की प्रेफरेंस है उसके अकॉर्डिंग चीज़ों को हमें उसके लिए फ्रूटफुल बनाने के लिए, उसके लिए प्रॉफिटेबल बनाने के लिए वो अपॉर्चुनिटी हमें देखनी पड़ती है कि हम उनको क्या चीज़ें दे सकते हैं. नेटवर्क एंड कीप अपग्रेडिंग स्किल्स. इट इज़ जस्ट लाइक रियल एस्टेट में बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस होते हैं, जैसे कोवर्किंग स्पेस हो गया, कमर्शियल स्पेस हो गया, लग्जरी हाउसिंग हो गया, अफोर्डेबल हो गया. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हम कस्टमर के अकॉर्डिंग जाते हैं. अफोर्डेबल में ये अलग चीज़ें होती हैं, लग्जरी में अलग चीज़ें होती हैं, कमर्शियल स्पेसेस में अलग होती हैं, लग्जरी कमर्शियल स्पेसेस में अलग अलग होता है, को लिविंग में अलग चीज़ें होती हैं, रेंटल जो स्पेसेस में जाते हैं उसमें अलग चीज़ होती हैं. तो उनके भी अलग अलग तरीके से बायर्स होते हैं. तो नेटवर्क एंड कीप अपग्रेडिंग स्किल्स में हम उन चीज़ों को जल्दी से जल्दी इफ़ेक्टिवली अपने लिए सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं टूल्स लगा के. एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्किंग विथ बायर एंड इन्वेस्टर्स, बैंक एंड क्लाइंट्स, अपग्रेड expands opportunity, continuous learning through workshop, certifications, online courses, इंश्योरेंस. अभी तो रियल स्टेट के भी बहुत सारे कोर्सेज आ गए हैं जिनके थ्रू आप चीज़ों को ज़्यादा बेटर अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हो एंड इसमें अपना करियर अच्छे से बिल्ड कर सकते हो इफ़ समवन इज़ रियली इंटरेस्टेड इन द रियल स्टेट मार्केट. बिकॉज इट इज़ द इफ़ अगर मैं बोलूँ तो सबसे ज़्यादा जो अभी बूम पे है, जो सबसे ज़्यादा मार्केट में अच्छे से ट्रेंड कर रहा है, वो रियल स्टेट मार्केट ही है. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही कि अदर इंडस्ट्रीज़ अच्छे से नहीं वर्कआउट कर रही, बट हाँ ये है कि रियल स्टेट इज़ अ fast growing sector in the current scenario. Future ready career in real estate need adaptability, learning and innovation by embarrassing technology, sustainability, customer focus and market knowledge. Professionals can grow successfully in this market. सो प्रोफेशनल बनने के लिए, जैसे अभी मैंने आपको एक छोटी सी चीज़ बताई कि आप रियल स्टेट के बहुत सारे कोर्सेज आ गए हैं अभी मार्केट में. अभी तो एमबीए भी रियल स्टेट के थ्रू करवाने लग गए हैं. तो अगर आप वो करना चाहते हो तो उसके भी आप क्लासेस वगैरह ले सकते हो, ट्रेनिंग्स वगैरह ले सकते हो, तो वो उससे भी आपको बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिल जाएगी चीज़ों में. So yeah, so that's all from my side for the.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Students, we have opened the chat. If you have any questions, you can write down in the chat.
Yeah. एंड मेनली इट इज़ नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आपको एक प्रॉपर, सबसे मेन चीज़ इसमें ये है कि आपको ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि आपके पास ये प्रॉपर डिग्री होना चाहिए तभी आप इसमें वर्कआउट कर सकते हो, तभी आप इसमें काम कर सकते हो. ये एक सिंपल एंड एक ऐसी इंडस्ट्री है जिसमें हर कोई अपना फ्यूचर बना सकता है, इधर वो ग्रेजुएट हो, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट हो. एंड अभी बस ये है कि आपको अगर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग में बेटर नॉलेज चाहिए इस फील्ड में, तो आप इसके कोर्सेज भी आ गए, वो भी अटेंड कर सकते हो.
One more question, like what do recruiters look, what qualities do recruiters look for in fresh graduates, like freshers? What qualities do you look? This is from the HR point of view, as you are an HR. So what qualities do you look for in freshers if they want to build their career in real estate?
See, अगर इट्स डिपेंड अपॉन द पोजीशन, इट्स डिपेंड अपॉन द प्रोफाइल कि वो किसके लिए अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं. इफ़ अगर आप फ्रेशर हो तो सबसे जो मेन चीज़ रहती है वो रहता है आपका कॉन्फिडेंस एंड हाउ यू प्रेजेंट योर सेल्फ इन फ्रंट ऑफ द HR, इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कंपनी. आपको एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स लगाने बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होते हैं. इफ़ अगर आप फ्रेशर हो तो आप, इट इज़ नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आपका जो प्रोफाइल है आप मेनली उसी पर ही वर्किंग करोगे. जो फ्रेशर्स होते हैं वो ऑलराउंडर होते हैं, उनको हर चीज़ के बारे में नॉलेज होना चाहिए एंड कॉन्फिडेंट होना चाहिए कि येस आई कैन 100% आई कैन डू दैट. एंड या मेनली कॉन्फिडेंस अच्छा होना चाहिए उनका.
So I think there are no more questions. So we would like to end this session.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pal, for your session. And on behalf of WCTM, I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for your engaging session on the real estate. I sincerely appreciate the time and effort that you took to share your experiences, that too in a short span of time. Your words will inspire us to prepare better and embrace our careers with confidence. Thank you once again, and we are looking forward for a placement drive as well as a session from you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Placement drive that too in the mid of September, after 15th.
Yeah, I'll
Any
be there.
day, yeah, any
I
day.
will.
We'll discuss it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much for
inviting.
your time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So dear students, our next speaker is Mr. Ashok Sakwan, and he would be joining us at 1:50 p.m. So I would request you all to rejoin. Do not leave the Zoom meet. We'll be back at 1:50 p.m. Right? He is a very good speaker. He is chief manager in IT security in Honda, and previous to this he was working with Wipro as well. And he would be speaking on the topic, data is the new fuel, why freshers must learn and analyze, adapt and achieve. He will be speaking on data, and as you all are, most of the students are from CSC background, this would be a very good session for you all. So request you all to be on time. Please join by 1:45 p.m. please. Okay, that's all for today. That's all for today's session before the lunch. So you have a break and we'll get back at 1:45 p.m. If you have any questions, you can write in the chat if you want to discuss anything. आई थिंक कोई क्वेश्चंस नहीं है. बेटा बैग लेके आना है 15th को, उसमें अपनी वाटर बॉटल लेके आए, एक रजिस्टर लेके आए, पेन लेके आए, राइट. ठीक है students, so we'll get back at 1:45 p.m.